everybody rich within your space, and you want to treat Ghanaians like this. And you sit down when you tell us that you want to break the age as if we are fools. How can you treat us like that? How?
And I say it every time. So I turn to thought, I carry you into the next bracket. What am I say?
To say be a prepaid, you know. Now I got 20, I got 30, sana wokani. Until you turn the boom,
I saw turn the boom. Now in some consumption 100 units.
Let everybody rich within your space, and you want to treat Ghanaians like this. And you sit down when you tell us that you want to break the age as if we are fools. How can you treat us like that? How?
And I say it every time. So I turn to thought, I carry you into the next bracket. What am I say?
To say be a prepaid, you know. Now I got 20, I got 30, sana wokani. Until you turn the boom,
I saw turn the boom. Now in some consumption 100 units.
These so-called global factors, COVID-19, Russia-Ukrainian war, affected Ghana more than it affected even Ukraine, which is at war with Russia. Why the bombs Putin is throwing to Ukraine? Are we having some of the bombs fall in Ghana here? So look, stop the flimsy and frivolous excuses. Are we saying that these so-called global factors, COVID-19, Russia-Ukrainian war, affected Ghana more than it affected even Ukraine, which is at war with Russia? Why the bombs Putin is throwing to Ukraine? Are we having some of the bombs fall in Ghana here? So look, stop the flimsy and frivolous excuses.
25% me gumi platform.
Abuya bere ka sei kwasia bere ka san Jimini bene na eduambu mpansam MPP party a yese kwai mu brofre kwasia mpani bi ti se wo na oba begu MPP party wafuno ayese ne agemrekutu ayewo wafuno se tuya ayewo wafuno se okisi a watase edwe ahye na afuno mu aboe bi ti se wo JJ Rollins entimi engu MPP Atamil sentibi John Mahama entimi wo kwasia tete kwa bi ti se wo na oba begu MPP we Jimmy sin yo Jimmy fo wo ya kwasia sin kwasia wo ya aboya sin aboya wo fa Ade Kennedy o se kwasia ofui mbia nkanfo kasa na wusia na horeka o Jimmy fo na mehwe se wo betimi akambere makasa na obeka kokuduru kasa bi ne yehun sa abrante ne nani abra wo ka se next election MPP to me cross 25% na minimum se obeka akokuduru kasa obeka mbe makasa wo se wo yo bere ma hwea ebo wo to a fa wo nkwato so isi next election no MPP to me cross 25% me wo frɛ me den Kevin Taylor wa obehia me baby abomitu okume eno ne yebe hu se wani abre wo de kan be makasa eno na de ayemu hyehye ebebre MPP party na kwasia mpani yeje ntam kese aka eje ade a wo se me kan janan kamienti ase me platform na kwasia o platform na so mfa so ma me ne yewen o platform na yantete kwafo nkwa na egu so o platform apart from class front tete kwafo ehun se wo ye bibi no nyansani be na o platform na so wo mfa so ma no aboya o fa nkwa twa so anase kania emu ye dru e be boni pa hu make Kevin Taylor me se megu MPP party next election MPP to me cross 25% me papa kwase ampani na o hye ekura ho no mo no ene me ma me kwase ampani o se safo bia no monko si o mabunkum won na mon hye ofie na ewo ho no eno ne yebehu se wani abre na kwasia se me wonse wo kan okra ye uduru eho du ho na ye uduru wototo papa so me hye me gu me platform aboa bi te se wo kwasia fui
Siko
3,500 ASN 3,001 and I fit am say coach 2,500 ASN 3,001 hey and young one come you who bid that so 2,500 ASN 3,001 2,500 ASN 3,001 ma buaku ya fo ya sa bre wo mso ma buo ma sa ka chem so mo munsu to one cause I when you me and put Gina Honum. I cast 2,500. I said 3,001. I am. Mudi enka mo ntu o mo kura na ka mo manage ho no maama o 3,001 na ama wo mat to say hwim mat to say hu high sense ya to say hu ko jina ka kasa 2,500 ya 3,000 mo de maya de se mo abu akuafo na akuafo na nkasa mo fa ni wo me de me dangasa se mo ye akuafo na za
Sole o mo si yempen kokkrafo ne edu mo di party ani yempen kokkrafo ne edu mo ye party aduma se wuni mu wu ahwena yakofa amrante edi positions akesia se o mo nsam wo kromu a se wuni ma se bi dross no mo de woro se wo se wo per example a enam mi enkohwe Malik Basantale enkwasi asem ye man post wa wo for ye man post ne girlfriends ye basis ye man post kan wo cheche o de ne girlfriends is tutu kwa rough mo hwe mu musa kwa kuja to abroko akodi ni tiri hu shensen no young boy ye man post or the private jet and then the girl its name at the cooking tampo just kin tampo akra to kin tampo no afa private jet kwa kuja to abroko samusi mebua mo hwe obolo tree Sam George onu so ye man post mo hwe ne yiri a classmate fo nyina ye aduma Ministry of Communication sika no mu wia sa na wuto data 7 cd e ko Sam George wuto data 10 cd a year 100 cd sa Sam George nko ade 7 cd enti imagine Ghana for me say si a person ya hu se nkura emmomodia mo hwe sami jamfi owi a gold ne yiri e di gold ni bia ye toma e na gu na se enti no kura ni se enya akura bia ne ma ni post bi wa so sin akura ne mfi susa e bebubu no e de ne behwo e bedane ne ma pe enti mum yem for post no emmo obi a wo ye matured wo experience se kobna kokofu bobo udie ni ma yemonya ye mpasse papa we die wa start passe obia enti kokofu obe passe obia nyame hyiram
Ghana for Monsolio ne yemunti na ndisi for attack me yemunti na ndisi for threat me adai kabi ma menka bia memoni say ye free mu ana adai ntina me meka de ha me na mo be threat me ndisi for adai my modai kukuru ne jaya keka ne bejaye o se kukuru ne jaya keka yo e bejaye me menya mo hwio e na me ba nso me ndi obi atem de ha me no e na meka because me your mind ba ni bi enti bibi ha me a wo se me voice out me kai o akufo do apreso mudi papa ya tabadi na dini ni ma ne yire wote fie won kan on me join ni mo krampo mudi na tem kan na da me de ha me na meka me ni di mo atem o minidi mwatemu amo se me njai se me attack man ka se me njai se me yinso hote enti die ba asem ado me ese ye ni freedom obiom mo benya power enti se mo achire nse gu echi ana ye be kan ye mu mekunyen why mu nkunyen
Yo, Yebeka, and ye munkuyen, and any answer more, yes, sister Neka. Mema wakwaba, edoba, and the edition of political zone so. And there's Obina Bre, na onemia ye program na. And Yama Bibri, and me pese me dane diwaha. One also na ubit me abuame, ama asem no etumye di ye. And then more a year TikTok, some me chia. Made the picture be out to her. Say about a week or so ago, me make a statement to be. A year one of the platforms. So I'm say some of the bloggers maybe it take a screenshot of it and more spreading around. Na emuna obi ba me inbox Obeka try me say unim Emmanuel Abbey. They are onipa na mo friend around the Abbey no nimu no. Na there was no point in time or call was. There was no point in time or call Ganata. He only went to a year Beleo Accra Academy. Now a year na de be a mekasa assembly on the platform so say wa unim meno say unim mea. You are allowed to say whatever that you feel or think of me. That is fine. However, I would also entreat you, say, Ubebisa enipa omuni mea omune me wo airwave we so ache. Those who have listened to Felix Appiah Political Zone for long, they will tell you say Felix na uhu ne saa no ansa na obeyi nanim se obeka bibi no na ne nan si bibi so. Menkasa kwa. I understand say most bloggers no yes say a trending issue ne I'm kind of saying catching chasing clouds na microphone me share na nya fans ne ade ntina asem na enimu kura na wakoka utie me nyame ne amasa muntie ne ye pa me social media me baaye no me mbokis me pacho mo a eya mo nsa ha mo am record no so mo betumi a record sa part we e bebo am pa na mo fa nkomo mo me Felix Appiah me ti hey me mbokis ansa na obehu me se me ka bibi no ana maye kukuku di bibi achi no na minim de enti a me di achire eno ntimesrew. Don't ever think say Felix Appiah will put something out and you're correct. When I know nothing about a case, for those who have been here with me, I stay out of it. Sana metie. Me ni sa chance na make up fabricate and throw na maton throw na manadane no kre will be three. Me ni sa de no. And ultimate Felix ya metie me information biya nyame aya adomo amede aba biara has checked out to be right. From Jachikwesin case to even Sewa Bruniakia Sewa case, whatever. I've always made sure say I move according to the facts and figures I have. I'm not moved by emotions. No, I don't do that. And unti mo anamu bisa mo be challenging me inbox mu say Randy Abbey na ne din and the Emmanuel Abbey no. Mr. Obama TikTok picture ne da mechi. So na mo YouTube amo me. Permit me to just do this, and then we are going to go. Once last week I promised you about the chairmanship now they are doing. I'm going to give you, but I want to clear my name. Felix Appiah Miniatro. Those of you on TikTok, if you can know the picture there, if you recognize the picture behind my screen now, write the name of the person. All right. If you think you know the person in the picture, write the name. Those of you on YouTube also, if you see this picture and you know who it is, you should let me know. Makatremo said, Felix Appiah, I'm not here to just do stuff. Minimu ye. Yanko bookies, yanko cancer mo aye nimina, yancha damfe ni odin bin kada ebi minimu ye. Minkra facts are me move. And untimesrel, Mom, Nashome, you are on YouTube, eh? Those of you watching on YouTube, if you know the person I'm displaying the picture, you should let me know. Now, for more mobile me inbox muno. Mon country Emmanuel Abbey, aka Randy Abbey, said Felix Appiah Political Zone has not only just raised an allegation, he has actually challenged you, Randy Abbey, CEO of Cocoa Board, said, if indeed your name was once not Emmanuel, if indeed you didn't go to school with the name Emmanuel, invite me to any court. You can give power of attorney to anybody in Canada. Let them bring me to the court and I'll prove myself. And after I prove myself, I will counter sue. Yes, I will counter sue. And with the evidence I have, I believe I can make some money for myself and any charity I decide to donate money to. So, Emmanuel Abbey, my name is Felix Appiah. This picture here, like I said, anybody who is watching, if you know the person who is here, I made in a picture too, yeah, you write the name there. If you can remember the name, or if you know, if they look familiar to you, if the face look familiar, I want you to write it there. Please help me out for my watchers, no? TikTok let me know if you know the person who is there. they are made display in the picture. Why we name no chiro ni din. More YouTube so why we name they are made display ni din no. Sorry, me display or no picture no mun chiro din no. Maka say we no. Mo sa NDC for ne MPP for ni bia. Sebium prebia sa. Net person big up. Money research. Mon penny for the information, mamma, mon cross check it. Na no today bia Sebium mubegu mu any more no. Before you come and face Felix appear, political zone, come correct. I don't play that type of politics. No, I don't. I don't have time to play that type of politics. Emmanuel Abbey is the name he used going to school. When he was sacked from WAS, me say to me, Cocoa board for when Emmanuel Abbey was sacked from West African Secondary School, WAS, Ewadenta Barrier, he went to Ganata, Dodua. Ntini pa mo amud na mo chira mo de mo hu so mo de obi a unya pen assembly to na mo de mirika na mo kwati abreme be keka nkwasi asem no. Listen to me and listen to me clearly and go and tell Randy that I want Randy to come and challenge me. I don't lie. I don't, especially I will not lie for politics. If I couldn't lie for a girl, how the hell would I lie for politics? Oba ni mo ese me dada na no man dada no. Wo a wo tie me politics keke na me be dada na me de agide. Me yemedwuma sa me mamorandi Abbey na namunim no ni fuwe ni din a ye de to no ne baptismal name a ye de to no ye Emmanuel Abbey. Oko secondary school was those times and or the Ganata. Okay, how he and Ibrahim Mahama Tinipa, the president's brother, became tight. Enunti and the Randy Abbey, CEO of Cocoa Board, is through the brother of the president, Ibrahim Mahama. Ibrahim Mahama is a very, very close friend of Emmanuel Abbey. Afterwards, again, when he was sacked for thievery, Chrono and Pamo Emmanuel Abbey, if he was. Ufiri hona oko Ganata no oko Ganata form 2 Dodowa Ganata oko no form 2 onu se ufiri school bi na oba new school mo a eya school dada na awo no school dada na awo na eya no nickname and eya omode frɛ enti all the seniors who went to Ganata when Randy Abbey was there, you can come and tell me if I'm lying. Okay, the name was Emmanuel Abbey, and they used to call him Wasarian because say Ufriwas. They used to call him Wasarian because of Was. And for those of you who want to know if what I'm saying is correct, his actual nickname Modede. Randy Abbey, nama we ni na wunti mama me you come in because what pisses me off is when you send toy soldiers to come and attack me, trying to seek for information. O nickname I would call school near from Modede. Emmanuel Abbey, o na make can say me near from Modede. O nickname I no be at the free school no Modede. Ganata so one kobobra oba ho form 2 one kobobra ene ye pamo no ena ye nim de si ye ebeto ni paper so say oko Accra Academy. Fine enough, ebi aye pamo ni firi Ganata no oko Accra Academy. Again, I, Felix Appiah, and my political zone is ever ready to provide evidence, answers, including affidavits. And you'll be surprised when this guy decided to finally document his name or the Abeji position. You will know that they are Emmanuel Abbey. A changing the name from Emmanuel Abbey. Ebabeye Randy Abbey. Our the Abbey position. We just don't talk. Don't come to my platform thinking, say, oh, may some regular TikTok blogger be and Facebook blogger be and okay, can answer me patch or there be. It's not being kind of membo keys. Randy Abbey mekanches any friend mo did on mekanche. Randy Abbey mekanches and not on the Emmanuel Abbey. Randy Abbey mekanches a one school ever was my pamono because of thievery. Randy Abbey mekanches a one ganata dodoa. On mekanche. Opemoa. You better bring in more. Openeboko soa. On cananuntum. Na on to sa nin crass for toy soldiers na. Omo de bibia no mu bi etre pimpon for the sa patrol for no. Unto omofo. And you be an day and I will sue you come and prove yourself. Me, before I talk, I know. So I can prove myself. Again, whoever is watching, Angelica, I've been here. Whoever is watching, if you know the name of the person who is behind me, unipa no wo mechino unim na watchuru ni din. Na mon kanchre say there is this stubborn boy. Don't even say stubborn. There is this idiot on social media calling himself Felix Appiah. Felix Appiah claims that he knows you Randy Abbey and that your name was Emmanuel Abbey and that you went to West Africa Secondary School. For 4 times, 4 times in total, 4 times. The 4th one was when they have to sack you. O papa no ma no be pa cho master say yenti ene ye pamo ene ye kope school e wo dodoa ye ganata dodoa e na wo Randy Abbey o call ye form 2 udu ho no nickname obi ade fra ye modede and now was Syrian because no free West Africa and I buy it. Trust in the Lord. Thank you for joining. And untimesremo I, Felix Appiah, do not come on social media when I don't have my facts right. Maybe you are excited by fake news, but I don't do that. Answer na meba bonten se me beka bibi no na matume boase. Anwan ne ade na manasi. Answer no when who say me be dede. So don't add me to your regular ibi chatro. And chairman abronye kweko wi generator. And a chairman abronye ko wi akoko school. And a chairman abronye there be me yes type of politics. No. Answer na meka say chairman abronya ibibi na mpa chairman abronya ibibi. Mimbo keys. Me need time for keys. So Emmanuel Abbey. This is Felix Appiah. And I have thrown you the challenge. And I dare you to come and do anything funny. And I'll bring more. When you make your toy soldier strike, Emmanuel Abbey, I'll bring more. And you will tell us when we come to power. You will tell us when you change your name officially, what paper so as Randy Abbey. And we will get into it. Thank you for joining and share for me. This was just the opening. Obi na or challenging me. Somebody was challenging me about me inbox. I went to school with Randy and Randy was never called Emmanuel. And Randy didn't go to any. He's my childhood friend and he went to and then I went to Presec. Please, there was something you didn't know about Randy. I have given you that. So do your research. $20. The bearing $20. $20. Na me, I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay. Let me give a shout out to the people and Moshe Mina. Yes, starting the program now, and a very, very good program. I promise you. Okay. Nyameche Osu Unia Wakasa Medase. Nyameche, you are welcome. I say I love your interludes. You made us say. Why be you? Tremantin David G. Okay. Kwabene Kuma Michia, me baby girl. Now show me. Richard, you are watching from Germany. Thanks for joining. Wilson Asumeni, thanks for joining. Why be you? Jennifer Josephine, thanks for joining. I'll say, hi Felix, you are a clean man. I trust you well. Thank you so much for trusting me. Emily Free, I say thank you for this insight on Randy Abbey. Thank you so much for taking it in. Nashome said, job for the boys. And Pat Nashome, job for the boys. Through Ibrahim Mahama, Emmanuel Abbey is now the CEO of Cocoa Board. And nothing could change that. Ibiu, Mefia Sikapa, baby girl, to say, I hope so. So far, Mama Ba, me humo. No. Uja comment ya me read when ja comment ya me hu mesraw enya bo apayo se be twa me ni se me mpesa metwe dia wo ye there be na me hu comment so uja comment na nko ade a I'll read it for you. Ebema me who also is here supporting and I can acknowledge you wonderfully. TikTok Nipa 73. Let me see who has shared and who has reposted. When be you Tilly, sir Tilly, me da say, Kwesi Aboa, me da say, so I join also good afternoon, sir. Thank you. Face off, me name sa wo kɔ de a me hu so ha. Kwabena nifa, me nua kwabena nifa me chiao pa. Maybe you. La beefsteak, you me da say so we repost am me. Nana Kutin, you are welcome. Maybe you. Neck pressing. Studio ha, say me disinfect here by Ochina, because say if you trouble her too much. Patrick Opare, hey, sorry. I think I mistakenly but I'm sorry, I don't know if I mistakenly added you or something. If you could just, can you hear me? Hello. Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry, why, madam? I don't know who it is, but Mensako Khan will be so maybe it's probably happened on the Panaya, you know. Angelica, also, where have you been? I've been here. Trust in the Lord. A bold lady, thank you. When you? Yuri, thank you. Neck pressing. Nana Kofi Tinakwa. I'll be say let's win with Dr. Baumia 1960 degrees here. That's user 656. That's so I join. Nana Sewa Evelyn. Yo, Evelyn, Nana Sewa, yeah, that's the so I join. I could see what thing. Obi say Felix, is that your daughter? There be you me the mention my deal so now I join you be by force or Obi or ten me name the baby. Me name the baby is no more fan cheme. I more fan cheme. I believe say no one, all right. Mrs. Josephine. Ima, me da say Nana Ifua, me da say also for coming. Nana Kweju, thanks for joining. Regina Danso, thanks for joining. Mami Ifua, thanks for joining. All right, Charlie. Last week, Mokaya me promises say me de a year MPP for executives are you yomono. Ashtown, thanks so much. Me de me a baby go. Me de me some suggestions and answer me selection and me then say beboa e be go. Patricia, welcome. Namaka the intia me de take those people no. Now also who the intia me take your man say make what yet ya. Na said the Americano a toa sumwa when make you adjune na ye to me enya the correct team a bit to me ne Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aye juma amen kunimdi aye dia asa me da say year 2028 mama minyi Emmanuel Abbey infiri mechi ansa na ye ne enkomo there be mama me fa we some fam ansa na because na sa na me start na ma start last no mu bi na mu bi sa say meyi no daben meyi ne ye daben me pa cho weekend ye twa me ye din kan esie oba no me ante esie no weekend di na 7th ebe so ye de me ofa so ebe shefom enu nti no won ana wo mbisa mame mimbi eba mame mbiem won ana ebisa no me pese me de information kakrama mo amu Eastern region mo hwe political zone mo pese mo ko support to mebusua on the 7th no that is my uncle wo fadakwa in na friend Kinchin wa ukokeda obi onim ni bia friend Kinchin there will be no way keeping Friday 6 March no there will be no way keeping. However, laying in state ebe Saturday me patcho we me papa nkasa will make us me papa we na me papa di nechi se me kan sa na ya dia me chire ono na me papa ye den edi nechi enu nti no 7th March ewo kede funeral grounds ho ene ye de ne betumpem I believe se be Sakura Park one as a Roman ho emu baako burial Saturday na ye de ne be ko kede emusie na 7th and 8th and so ye de na yie no ato aso nti mo amoben kede nyina mo betumi aboa ama no edimu besremo a monko na monko support mame uhu ase medin bo ho fefe Felix Apia crime me na medin bo no as children nti ne mesre most one way or the other no modern pieball any form of support be a person modern support to funeral no so no onyankopon ebe shiramo no we shiramo kese and unti I just wanted to get that out the way. Maybe in a sana we are back to regular schedule. That's right. We are back to regular schedule. Why the cheap constitution of Ghana had just allowed Mahama confidently lying and deceiving the state. Brandification. You also welcome. But I'm share page, I'm on top of a program now. They are starting. All right. So last week, me catch them say day me selection for a year MPP leadership year koi me de beba. I will give my reasons, and then from there, no, I will tell you why in Tia me did say men choose the other choices, no. Me flew na me de a year NDC for a state of the nation, no, kakrebi edi akaho na we call today a day. Share page, no, like it na ma afofro so ehunu. That was in Yami Bishra. Chairman, no crane anim. Erudite, I don't know, Charlie. For me, you know, say my page there, they've been clamping me. Now say who say my numbers and I started economics and I started the forefront to me. So into no banner say one check, so my main check is a brother Felix or what you will not see me. I just say one casa winya say you know I can say oko check it. Anyway, all right. Ebio me Mr. Mo, we so let's take it. Me my dream today. Me susuye, me research, and I'm will be sharing. The American and Chinese chinchinias and say 2. Me choice no does not mean say you cannot have your choice. This is just a platform. I have a political zone keke. And yet by force to say over political zone suntino, they are Felix Penner so pedebi me yes ha. Say me do be a chintino chenchene am impo nipa na onipa ne ama ho ye kra since I me di na chintino me could di na chi blindly no me yes ha. But say would see the American sorry. Na say to asumuma. Na say wo pese wo so call afana meme wona. You are more than welcome. at the end of the day, 1 year to Abanebekwe who deserves to run the operations of our party. On that backdrop, Chairman Miensa Womo Benina no meka obia nenso na maka obia de ntia anka obeye chairman eye na ye we say negatives and positives no which of them outweighs na ye to me e de abobra ye wo chairman or aspiring JB ana John Buadu Honorable John Buadu has been in politics for some time. Okuta political experience because he has been around for a very long time. Ebio Okuta leadership, and when I say leadership, I mean party leadership experience. And therefore, say you share the positions are one handle or party anymore. Yebeka say unim party no unim party ne fare by unim how a party ne ye na juma patro JB dey na making. JB also is a very smart person. John Buadu or you be a waben or you be a omben waben pa unim book wako school so on ye just regular keke. And that also fits the ideology and the fabric of our political party. Also, John Buadu is Obia Gedi Ajuma Ashen and Sada. And unti ebe to me ajejino based on Ejuma Yedi. I've done it the other way around. The good things here, I've done the good ones now and the bad ones. That shouldn't have been, but it should have been the other way around. But follow me. And unti when it comes to party work experience, John Buadu has it. Why party executive for some time, and so I believe say unim the left from the right when it comes to party organization. Also, John Buadu has been part of governance. Intino obeying how to liaison between government and the party. Why be that? Until I think say even time I know acting chairman and acting secretary. No, he dealt with the administration. I could him say to me about power. And when it comes to that, John Buadu also stands tall. One thing I also like about John Buadu is say on your pushover. John Buadu is not somebody you can push over or you're very strong and firm. So on no one yard or be voicing out so no one yard. Na dia Emma me pe John Buadu swasem for this position. They say or you vocal. And Pempi no ye chairman ya yinya no eya omokasa o. They are like omokasa ya na wait tree. Kakra metumi aka I remember Jake Obi Chebilamte. Those times I know your party chairman who no be general okasa like okasa Otanka James Otanka Lamte. Like you could see say he could talk. Offer chairman BC say even Freddie Blay. Freddie Blay talked, but Freddie Blay was not the usual chairman or Kasa say, but where the need be for him to banter, Chairman Blay would banter. And Oshe, maybe I do ya. The chairman of NDC, a very talkative person. I see don't get it. And I know it impa. And unti say inya John Buadu, or also I know then utumi facing no as chairman anka that wouldn't be bad. And unti no for me, I think say that is his positives. So our person will choose John Buadu to be and as I say we look at Medinka can the party experience all the branches from down to up on him will be high Juma says oh yeah. So as a chairman, when him Juma say youth organizer as chairman on him the women organizers so yeah on him will be a role and don't say who play a role no when playing here. I believe say he will be able to tweak one or two things to make it well. So that is the positive on John Boedu. Now, the negative about John Boedu, I'm hearing say now he's becoming more of people person. They say in so. And I don't want to believe say ABA and now all the position and yes because idea bakwa idi John Boedu was inaccessibility, not accessible. I don't care how you like to look at it, but some of us we know. Obisu are not or party in home to the point say at a point now oko party office crowd unyano. He actually had a separate away officer. Now so person which John Boedu party so was our office or so what say oh party office I be trained John Boedu I be trained the whole day we nye the foforo me pacho the American or hano enye bibi aye nim enye because we pay John Boedu asem ti ye kan ho no kura obeka say de me yes our me pacho bi nti when it comes to John Boedu sa ne inaccessibility was a problem. Obekwa kwatena party office na nka ope chairman kura bisa say na chairman ho te sign ne ade no kura no chairman kura nti ebe man krofo ni bi fele say na oyeyi again John Boedu also had sa men can say ebedu baby no na waye a bit pompous kakra and no be high communication because they do baby no you too for say the way of communication for ni sika na econo on sesano as a general secretary no sesano said the be one more call customer party no or mon sabekin ska no more to me dia adwuma not or yeah bit nonchalant kakra but I believe say even with that negative John Boedu was not, even with that negative, he was not continued as the general secretary, and that is where we are. So I believe say other people so ever have a may a ban on a person I say BB to say so Paul line. I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that because so long as our uncle Obama may say party office and toba will be unpassionate and as one fan and sa enko can baby inappropriately. Maintain so baby kujina baby say John Boedu so my how better mama no kwan so my man test as a to make kwesi so oba me hono aka say the only reason why meaning something disqualify some a candidate say per ma that one I will not be part of it, the competence of it. Then you better to say the American yeah dear Jumama John Boedu no to me na so far so good or yeah do baby any do baby you see a per more any sano that is that on John Boedu. Now, let's come to Honorable Boache Ejakun for the chairmanship. I'm still at the chairmanship. These are entirely mine. Menka say, oh, your political zone near by force. Pay me candidate, no crab nechi. I don't coerce people like that. Me ton me candidate. Said they are me ton one who say, yeah, or no offer. That is how I want this to be. Namon share, namon tap screen so mame. Mr. Mupi, mun repost to so mame. Honorable Boache Ejakun. All right. Honorable Boache Ejakun is like an institution. He has an institutional memory. I say, Bibia, a course so, our party we mubiano or kahon, and I say, Unimu Bibi. Ye the free 1992, a bra ye say a year diaspora for MPP North America or no Boache Ejakun and a day a tone so. Ebio Boache Ejakun you be a Western de edu actually enti onim. Say your cast a young message party Boache Ejakun enim because onim not only the history but one more abe shape with history never do baby I do you know. Boache Ejakun stands tall when it comes to omo ye. Then again, Boache Ejakun a serious worker. We do our with the Juma Shen and Sa or Yeni Biara. But Boache Ejakun or ye Juma to say the yo no ankasa Juma, San or Yeno. And until nipa be so no and said that any journey too much for chairmanship, because a chairman must be a bit flexible. On the way at John Boedu these days, or no flexible. A chairman must be flexible. But Boache Ejakun is a serious man or a serious say you say Yakubu Goswa. yeah, the car mienu na eko. Kasa car mienu na no one ye de eko. And he makes sure he sticks to that. Or you're principled. And therefore you need Obisua or you're principled in order to become the chairman. Also, Boache Jakon has served in government. Nanado Baye observe as government. I believe say I don't know say 4 times so in your appointment there, but Nanado time no obenya appointment serve ye. Emma ye hu adwuma wa ye nam ne so and a doom so ebe a thing of the past because no na ye energy minister as at that time. Obe making sure say you deals are na Mahama no mabeye na basa no obe putting in na correct abuani na no mana ye ma ye to me de ye light no aye adwuma bio enti Boache Jakon is a force to reckon with when it comes to that and I'm say or international exposure ntino and also Ebwa Emma say ban say put to the party apparatus not together now a decisive and a good decision he will be able to make. Also he is one of the dying breeds. When I say dying breeds or can one more cherry party in terms of penifua na omo from Kufuor no more time omo no mo Kufuor no more say ba na nado no more no he has that way advantage with him. One more thing is we call rounds to be voted for as the flag bearer. Semobe kaya ebra Boache Jakon started so person be flag bearer no. Now oko constituency bia their chairman for an ewo can say unjai presidency no. Na omefa party ni meaning semo kai dia me who so many videos. Party for no grassroots for no crofo hu say Boache Jakon ye nipa bia say the be a party anymore discipline ebe den ebe ba ye party ni mu. And some people feel say baby I dre say you be et say honorable Boache Jakon ebeboa ebeboa ama wetumi keep discipline in the party. That is also another thing. And then uye no odo party no say utie ne kasa na ohwe the way our person ye ne niama odo party no and would want to maybe stamp a foot on the party properly. Say the bear party no ebe to me akọ. Nti say we obi a open candidate you be to me the strict discipline, chin discipline plan, iron hands discipline beba there. Then there you are looking at Boache Jakon. Say open chairman so edu brebi obeding edu brebi obeye mere so and also ubenya eye John Boedu. Now the final person medianka sena menka no me create me munu nya yanka ono mfa nanso the circumstances no making a bit hard for me kakra enunti na me ya to be honest say we decided say obeko chairman at this time because chairman won to me da hene say me to me akanisa or you're young or you're vibrant or you're properly resourced or you're loved by the people. Chairman won to me checks all of it or check it all the boxes say ye po bi a wasom party or dini sika asom party pa chairman won to me cannot be taken out. Or sign you be so what's na party ni mo ache into an party history pa chairman won to an party history pa and say share and there NDC for any omwe anka enye bad to have someone like Chairman Wontumi as our chairman. Or you nipebia or you bold on surade the SS or cano Wontumi beka. The SS or yen Wontumi be pain was in the pain. And unti say upo bia a banner say yamache boot for boot. NDC for boasum or boasum yenu. NDC for can hey or beka hey. I believe say Wontumi so far their way show no can help. Another important thing, say a resource. And there enkrofo bi nam say yento omso aba. na ubisa ne saa dan ne yema wa de wan ye adwuma o se na miniska ya ma miska ye che so no ankasa de on said that ni bibi obetumi de ne nan ye gina so ade se obi hye na funumu. And as an executive, as a chairman, say obi ehye wa funumu ansa na wetumi aye adwuma there, then you don't deserve it, because the person who will feed you will control you. Last na me share soft will be preaching. I know a very funny one. This is just by the way. And ana o2 man for say be me to your rent ya sebe obewo no kure. Because say me na me to your rent ya man the anya dey say dan one day me so me bedem. E patro so what ya say. And unti say obi and a shewechi ema utumi strong financially. That person will have a time and they can control you. Nancy and here can say mobekaya obi kokasa. Okokasa almost na general secretary and general secretary nkache na ebi no ka bi won chen o general secretary akojiska and a general secretary so no na support no ono na de ba ye enti challenge no, and then we don't want to hear none of those nonsense. And unti say the post ma yan twa so say ye dey mo bi a okuta the resource a obetumi dey aye adwuma na ochina wa meka nkyerɛ say because say ya man is scanty na wentumi anye adwuma. As a leader, you mobilize where there is no way. You make ways where there is no way. And so Chairman Woon to me is a well-resourced person. We can. Now, my 3 negatives about Chairman Woon to me say his timing. Chairman Woon to me's timing. Especially timing way, I would have loved say anka ibe here sa tough skin na and I say sa tough na anka enko the second vibe. Me patro men ka say on set chairman Mr. Mama Mejima no nsi bone. Adwuma na Woon to me be yinti na me ka say na anka ye vice chair anka beboa. So that anka obi the administrative stuff of chairman no na anka no so the muscle no Woon to me no or the san Woon to me emuduro no na or the tie chairman nechi na or the match NDC for no boot for boot. I would have loved that, but chairman so carry no one who say odi ade no betumi adi aye ni ye, and I don't fault him for that. The timing coming right now no is a problem. Sanka ebia after we inanka chairman to me in anymore. I believe Sanka bedu no he would have built more consensus. Now if he doubt be a one who be also aye then ako. The second one is showmanship. Chairman is show or show, which is fine, but we are saying as a who baby I'll be you show. Aya na binimoka say Okoyi gold no. Maybe say I don't think that should have been a problem, but baby I wo Ghana no. Yen Ghana for na ye wo no. Or China who ye nti obi nyeska kra na ye ya sa na ye. As at that time when Okoyi gold no. That time no your party no was in crisis. Ghana for bu afu ya omo doing say your real scan nepotism near there, and then Woon to me goes to TV and then he shows gold. Me I'm into politics, I say there's nothing to me. That is his worth. Dia unko we are be a gold. Or no any gold, no ade chere. So what is your problem? But optics, political optics, what the people were seeing was wrong. Woon to me we maintain say Woon to me akwaje government contract be a da. They are almost chere so no crowd no call court to cry. No one can say the no call and kutwam say there be. Okay, say first no some man contract so unko ye kwan wanye and then no nka Woon to me case no. But also what I say and no enka ho. All because say they are the share nsa no utumi ye and na oni obi aso ama me pre aban contract ya na aban adwuma ho. Na waka say chairman Woon to me sika wenya no ye MPP and e de abre no. Obi say Boache Jako, I know talk is negative. I talk Boache Jako negative. Okay, then I will do it again. So when it comes to Chairman Woon to me, no, not knowing when to strike and when to strike, became a problem. And finally, we are in a different terrain of politics. Nana Done Baumiani MPP aban yet politics as so we don't pursue opponents. And Crawford we no, they will pursue opponent for nothing. So yes, saying it didn't keke. ena me no woka sei enkakrakra eniama omode tetare chema wuntumi ho a enu nti omoso ano ede ne court ne bibire ya started why. However, nobody is above the law, and therefore when the law calls, you cannot choose and you cannot complain say a political witch hunt. Whether it is political witch hunt or not, emrano na aeden edu emrediwa edu. As we speak, Chairman Wontumi is innocent. And he's being washed clean because Niama Ejina as why I say Nunti Yanchi Wontumi crown bibiri bibiri. However, he is not above the law. And therefore, say court ebe hiana ontumi nka say or a general secretary, sorry, or a chairman of the opposition party in the onko court. Say ojina rally ase rally. Na abanye ete hono because right now we are not in power. Abanye ete hono episode frustrating for no reason, just to create something kekeno. Ombe to me crab rally na se ababa abede ababa arrest no. Oh baby onye hwe chema untumi nyehwe. But because say emra ena any need intino, he will have no choice but to do that. And until na ye no bi no, na nka ne ye bompa ya asa nka chairman nko for vice chair no. Na nka ye fan share imu asa vice chair de endu operations a on share da nya yi sa. Nti na nka hyase ntanka ento ye we enko na wie 2026 enye se nwie de na bibia wo chairman untumi case no mu bia na nka tete. Because he say, I'm very confident that he's going to win his case. Me are very confident. Nobody can tell me anything different. I'm confident because also even the serious charges from the bone, and the attorney general Edjani Free now. And until Sanko Nyabotre, and of course, first vice or and Uncle Boja, Abia, and our second vice and Abia, and Kebeboa. Because these NDC people you are talking with, they don't go by the rules, they don't go by the laws. And the law is no respecter of person. The law is no respecter of person. Yanka say, oh, chairman, won't mean a supporting intino, or matching intino, wabe chairman, umbijano, debi. Wabe chairman, omohano, debi. Mistremo. And untino, no, ye nenso kakra, a watch chairman, won't me one, and nontino, yenumubino, not ye predictor, and as a year bomb pies and confano home, and kosher vice chair ho. Endra mi bisa lawyer ba ko say in case say you na chairman anka no so meboa ma gidigidi no mo ye ne tu ntwa na ko na me so me dwene say one of the reason why na me person me pia chairman wontumi no is the fact say e bi aso be chairman na enkrofo we ebeja ejimi no na nkoma ma no kwan ma na ye na adwuma. But knowing NDC, they are very predictable. Omo hu se we ko choose ne pe ombe started the omujimi no aba betata chairman e wo bra chairman and yes, now so Yankasa ye chairman, the high spirit chairman Wuntumia. These days, even the viper that we know from him, we are not seeing that no more because he is not a free man. Only free man until say Yebekana Sem Eddie Ebuani Bim, which I know so be the Bim no. He is still under the law and the law can control. So those are the things here I find about Chairman to me. My kind of positive, my kind of negative. Now, Obisa Boacheja come kind of negative. One, and then baby, I do know. You hear Obia, Sebu or Te and the politics, I say. Not just say unim the political history of MPP, but Obia or Te and the politics, I say. As we speak, say, and then I will be the WhatsApp, I remember when in WhatsApp, he doesn't believe in the new media. Okay, online TikTok, and you can't blame him. He grew up from the era strictly traditional media into on fancy. So me being a communicator, me being an online communicator, I don't see how good having Boache Jako as chairman will do for me. Okay, because on you're in touch with what is happening now. He's not. Don't even buy him excuses. He's not in touch with what is going on. Yes, with him the issue, all the positive I said about him, but he's not in touch with the economy. Then again, I'm beginning to see say, oh yeah, vindictive. Vindictiveness saying on fadi and check. On fadi and check. And that wouldn't help. On fadi and check. That wouldn't help. As a chairman, you must be candid. Because a nipa ho adwuma na wo ye enti anya den a obi befom nti sa wo de wo ye on sa wo de chenchen a tintintinti wo de ugina na ugina emwa obi aso ye tintintinti bia no they are usually against change obi a oye tintintinti na nsa ye ba ompe as the world goes around new changes come and new things has to be upgraded and so you need a chairman as a bread and you betumi adane na ho a bere huri obetumi ahuri. And so far, he hasn't showed that. Now, one more vindictiveness, was how he was able to be absent from MPP because say in the position a free in some. I know say in the position free in some. No, he never said anything good about MPP. That one we have tapes from Paul Adomoch's interview, from Joy News. All the interviews are there, videos are now. His campaign and his talk was usually against Akufo-Addo. Yes, I understand. So when Akufo-Addo nya but Akufo-Addo na appoint and whoever appoints has the power to disappoint. And untino say obi afa wadwuma mu nipa ne se fa wadwuma to ho a nye sa abre no na okotena media so akoton asem na de ama media fo no masum e de against o party. Obi a ontumi fa asem nche no e de nse obema na edi edodo nanim. Embo ache ja akotintintinti no embo no owa America no ye head for America sana no oyo the abuache jakobe kan ye final na eba no sakra na ebe overreach the flag bearer no but he said something and it make sense to me or say no ne nsusun ye we ni trimu pa ne say obema Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia abeye president. I love that word he said. I love it. Every leader here choosing to be as number one thing should be what? Should be getting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia elected. Because the way election we are the way I pa. He will come again and they no and they on 100 times I did Bawumia be the president and he will come again. However, how Obeba no ebeyeding. And until this crucial election our main aim is to make sure say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia becomes the president. And until nya fe na yedi obi ko try say obi farm building and who on the office there we need people who are ready to fly the plane. Should we say pay? They are ready to go. Okay? And Boache Jakon with the overreaching. Nansenya oko Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho and penifo obi amemeni omokasa almost say papa dey on sisan yo. There's a still argumentative. There's a ma blackberry no kwan kura man nka bi. No kasa baby no kwan na kasa, you know. And in an environment, especially when I obey nyansa e wopo echi no, you sometimes have to excuse me to say obeto boas kakra. Again, there was one thing about Boacheja called self-made and also manka or you're very resourceful or no on a bank and whatsoever. But Sani tintina on sign in touch with what is happening now politically, no, it's my only fear. But if that is what you choose, I believe you have more superior reasons why Intia would choose soon. And unti, I personally, with all of these abemuno. For the chairmanship, for the chairmanship, looking at the positives and the negatives, you know. You know, when they are then what they are here when they say there is no guarantee. So said they obey in the piano, obey a human pepper. Say, there is no guarantee. My top two. Allah. Whoa. Me pacho again. Let me weigh me Felix. Me can't say Osha political zone to like what I'm choosing. Me, I'm giving you my reasons why I'm choosing them. Erudite, please. I'm giving you guys the reason I'm choosing them, eh? My top two. Fuck it. Oh God, this is hard. Chairman Cranio. My Lord, my Lord. I think I'll go with John Boedu. I'll go with John Boedu. I'm going with John Boedu with an asterisk. I'm going with John Boedu with asterisk. My top two no Boedu ne to me. But I'm going with, actually, I can't even choose because they are all formidable. But ye pewomo omobe to me, I hear Jumane now, am I a power there? It's between John Boedu and Chairman to me. And I still go with John Boedu. I go with John Boedu because I'm thinking, say, John Boedu out of new executives, I have no. Ono na watsena party ni mu edi all the positions ne pen. Onim position biya. Nti A at this time around no se obre ne ho ase a se wankoye kokoti a obetumi aye adwuma. Second should be Chairman Wontumi. And then third Boachie Jako. But I favor Boachie Jako's tenacity to put discipline. Discipline. That was why Boachie Jako is my third. But also the other things now, it's a bit a yikakra for me. And until for now, until so before Frobeba and I say be change, you know. I'm standing. I'm tilting. Yeah, let me use that word. I cannot make a strong position when it comes to the chairman, but I'm tilting. Yes, that's the word I will use again. I'm tilting towards John Boedu with the impression, and I say with the hope, say this time around, you know, obe brand wase, obe tina party office. Now why a party ejuma? He himself ejuma no be to me because what he's tasted all the other parts of it. You know, Obi said this cannot be the final decision. Yeah, and you know, I'm tilting towards John Boedu. If it changes, I'll come back and then let you know. Mepacho Yanko General Secretary. General Secretary was the current one, JFK. You were Kukufu Henry. You were Sly Tete. And then Eugene Boache entry, right? These are the people I know. And these are the people I have a bit researched. I will first talk about the positives. And then I will talk about their negatives. And then you can make your decision. So the first person on the chopping block, or let me say, Omo for General Secretary ni na no so no. Nyame adawroma obi aye adwuma da. Ye de adwuma asho obi ansa da. Eno nti ebetumi ajeje obi based on the office ya ye de omo to ye. All right. Let's take Mr. JFK. All right. More my request me fam why munya botre me nwie. What are the positives of JFK? Okay, he's young. Also, in terms of deliverance or deliverables, despite the environment here, despite the chaotic environment, at least party ni much there, like bunuma quantity whatsoever, but still I know he's managed to hold his office. My yet to me the delegate conference, flag bearer, I'm an area. I think say when it comes to that, he's done well. I also heard say a brana or youth employment, or party ma. The intia you see a tune didn't say ukumkom. Com is not the only reason why you choose Ubi, but the honest to me, is part of his positive. One critical thing I like or I would appreciate John Boyd, Jesus Christ, I would appreciate JFK for is the fact that one of Neniswadi who was a patriotic institution to come to light. Say Obama Patriotic Institution Abalight. Whether ye po, and the Patriotic Institute no koso. Send a paper move and yan a paper move. At least okaso be Patriotic Institute. Why? Ama no akko the way SSA echo. I didn't be. I believe has to on my way 1,000, not the way call her, no my way ticket. That one it comes with a job in Tinisawaya. That is all good. So I don't know. It's sad. I'm trying to put my mind from 2022. And near money be a why say yeah, this man positive. But it's also Kaibi Amisremo Nachita for Namo. You watch political zones. I'm okay. JFK, ni good things maybe so me pacho na wabo modern atron or I will mention it for others to go. Yeah, intino JFK positive no. Now about JFK negative the amendment to me I can say the office is too much for him. Office of the General Secretary is the mouthpiece of the party. Office of the General Secretary is the engine of the party. That is the person who runs the party. Now, some people are omusiki excuses. Edema JFK no. Almost some omo can be say when ya abuafo papa ama oma mwa emanejuma ankoso. Then you ask, who are those people? Chairman, organizer, women organizer, youth organizer. Per MPP, your constitution, your structure. No. Apart from the chairmanship now, and secretariat, no. Every organ and engine, every organ and engine is run through the general secretary. And when this okay me say we nya boafo papa, sa boafo papa na DNA course between them. Is it say when to me no man nya adwuma mbo mo and deliver? And I said DNT because Nanabi was not dead, Nanabi was there. If chairman in team was the one who was sick, we had the vice chair. We had the third vice chair. Young fan say women organizer and Yene Juma. One is so making sure say women organizer Yene Juma. Hello. So women organizer one Yene Juma and your chairman a Juma. And your office now women organizer and a chassis, and which is the general secretaryship, the secretariat of the party. And unti wamwa kekana and a kodia nyamwa and a kodiana and a kodia chairman crano yare and a chairman no and an Nanabi no and they were all dead. Nanabi was not dead. Nanabi was alive. So how couldn't Kodia's office and Nana B's office gel together. Obi sorry, I was saying I communication. I say communication also what they call two Kodia. So yes, they better Kodia. So Adentia. Because Kodia is the one who appoints the communicator. General secretary, no, or no, and appointing and they say a koto swabe, Debbie. Or no, they say Felix will be to me a Juman in na chairman a choose deputy. And unti abua papo, chairman in team na dene bae as deputy communications officer. Communications officer. Richard Ahiagba, who was elected as or who was appointed as our communications director. And unti say Ahiagba office, and this will be saying Ahiagba the inter went to me also when Yeska. The general secretary office couldn't put together a package for the communicators for them to go around and communicate. But we Richard Ahiagba on only excuse Aoma. And unti say o pese o buy excuse the makodia e ya nka say wenya enkrofo anomo nye adwuma. Because even secretary, there was a deputy. How many times the muhu we just Kodia secretary? And now say sorry, we just Kodia a deputy. Why who just Kodia deputy? And this will be a deep party, a cheaper no name who was even the deputy general secretary. Dunketia was the secretary. We still saw Kuku Anyido as deputy secretary. Ebra John Boy do secretary. Abaya secretary, one and a deputy secretary. Yet so what happened in Tia? Ye papa could be unquan dear. Then Crawford ye saw Momwa no normal year Jumano. Would be office and to me an yejuma. Ebiu se Obia Monejuma. It is the general secretary no office, And a be issue, let us say. Ya train asimesia sign. Anasa penny 14 aseno. Ya dwene say asimesia anya na adwuma yie nti onkwotena say general we secretary na tranye chairman. And yet chairman and a trust say Felix Apia, you are not doing your job well, so you are on notice. And I say the next time I want you to make you know, Sebi, we are going to take you down. Ebiu almost say they make this excuse say, NASA Oba Yanana, a year 137. And I want to swan or the about 87. Now then, I need now ye de koshe Kodia because Kodia present a parliamentary candidate to be voted on. General secretary no or no. And I yen yasi ni nakas okay ye the Felix say call for Gomua West no or bebe jina ho na we peja onipanensa. Or no, and ye we are flag bearer we are or baby you know say flag bearer ye page no e den oni and no something as all sure baby a flag bearer na betena no ontini ni fa no tini be nkum so enti the general secretary position enye position a ye de softness ade a emre ene general secretary position enye ade a ye de softness ene now Eba ni JFK said I'm a kind, you know, all the positives are to me actual. But I would like to judge JFK's negatives based on what he came to power with. Oba power no say John Boedua or didn't win 2 elections. Wama ye parliamentary seat abafom. Inti onu kodia ewo kwanya obetumi ama ye parliamentary seat akosum patro nya me na me kan ye. This is why I know some of you people would depart with me or depart from me. Ya papa Kodia say, JB ana John Boedu. Ye man a parliamentary seat. Ma parliamentary seat in a bar form. Inti yam fanamra. na ono aba or the nneɛma bɛgugu akwan mu ama yɛ parliamentary seat no akɔsoro the ɔkaeɛ no no nti even though said John Buedu we need 2 elections with other by-elections no John Buedu cannot give us the numbers that we need, so John Buedu should sit somewhere so that he can take over. My question to everyone listening is say John Buedu at the Eura Parliament with 169 parliamentarians. Yeah, Pamo John Buedu no na your parliamentarians at Tiaba 137 plus 1. And until you say John Buedu anyade. And until onoba obe make sure say your parliamentary seat ebe kosro. Me pacho sa interview we oye no 3 radio stations until oko 2021 na obo archives na obo archives na ebeba okano obi platform so enye no kwa okano boy na friend is Kumasi boy na em so Lawson TV na friend bibi tanko em so no Angel TV a friend tanko e ho so okano wo ho ena oba Joy so your friend boy bi Mensa boy bi ana ne ho nkitinkiti Evans Mensa ono so ene ne ye 1-on-1 oka kire ye say your parliamentary seat na aba form no e ya ade a ono Justin Kodua epese omane ye den omane kosoro nti oba obema na ye den obema na kosoro enu nti ye bebisa say John Buedu jayen 137 me pacho ye papa Kodua wetumi de yen win sa election and all this the outcast or the beka ho no etumi abeka ho na parliamentarians keke me pacho. That is where I want to go. Sami Jemfi was the communications director, but now or control parliament. Okay, say baby ane ye ko pass the bill. Be Sami Jemfi be mo one and say MP a win him now be support to their MPP for near or parliament. No be campaign the time we lose seats. I'm only now falling in line. There was not a day. Your parliamentarians I boy a form of parliament. I mean who say your papa Justin Kodua I make a press conference. And I said, well, Fred all the parliamentarians said there's a serious meeting. The Amoya wa parliament, no, yempe. The party don't like it. Showing his power. We never saw that. Se who be a fasa e yine breme. I say don't get here. Utmi Fred NDC for parliamentarians no say hey. 11 no dey ba no mon koka say dey bi obi akọ obi anka dey bi ampa omni na beba beka dey bi da ben ye te say ya papa Kodua etumi call parliamentarian so ed nani ekosua omoso. The hardest we saw Justin Kodua was the day he came and said say when him say adwuma na dey man ntumi ya fa adwuma na to. That was the hardest he came. I'm giving facts and what has happened, not keys. Nimbo keys wa. Okay. Yeah, the parliamentarian seats neto wa. Adia ba ko a me Felix. Ema me vote to ye. And I say ema me ye campaign with me page so. Edema Justin Kodua. And then they say, okay, say discipline ni party ni mo. And chairman can we na we nam ha. And unti so no Kodua mo man opportunity no ba. Obe making sure say discipline ebe wo party ni mu achen dia John Buedu ejama ye me pato we so nyame na me kan ye papa JFK ene kan ye say obema discipline aba party ni mu enu nti bio wo a wo hwe me a unya make your mind yet dia maybe sound say and the MPP party discipline and e wo mu dambotwe no mo time or even John Buedu no mo time we ba no I improve. They say discipline abemu pa. And I say discipline in nimokra. Party a discipline woman. Ya the party meraye juma. Party a discipline woman. Emrano echewa na achew. Party a discipline woman. Emran chi obi ne yankase we di osika. We nchen na yebeko utie. We nchen na yebeko akwa jiska intino okasa kankebi me call for me party MP no ono na ebo a me me copy sikadia machine no ono na ebo am nti okasa am nka bi nti bra dwombu adu wo ho ene bra ye papa JFK ba ya na ye nua be ma JFK ba ye no discipline in the party, has it improved or has it deteriorated? Me pacho, it is up to you to make your decision. Ebio, another thing okanya me Felix me sign a campaign man was mpenchen mente me ho asene ntokwa na ewo party structures ne party na nkesemu obeka ye bra ye papa John Buedu no na ye say wakoteki anasa or the decision bi abase unopposed ema bema nkrofo bebere bu afu no ekofa ntokwa obi wa constituency chairman who say polling station agent bi person call for MP osio ma ne nko na say bio party form so kra ye de beji executive no ye de ma binunom ye mfa ma binunom ye de ma binunom party no we num kwa we num de omunya we num nya o pese uko gina for polling station agent na o ma be stop o untumi nko stand for polling station agent nti ono kodu aba obeden obe make sure say ntokwa ne pinchen no ensu betwa eno nti bi o mebisa wo na woni mi di nkomo yi ntokwa na ewo constituency organizer obeto say say be constituency organizer no ebura ye de bre yen waso ani na e de akoma ne girlfriend bi wo mampon na saa brode ba ye o de akoma ne yiri wokede na de ene saa de ame nkoto na me nko na obi meje na me de ame nyintina saa ntokwa no nti ye bebisa bi u say saa ntokwa no ye papa kodu abaye esu atwa ana asa afi ntokwa no kra wo homo. These are cardinal points here because we cannot judge him based on what he didn't say. That will not be fair. We can only judge JFK based on what he said. Enunti eto ya sumwa ya pamo John Buedu say omra. That is what I'm doing here. Ebio ya FreeBB communication. And I remember time when I could do ya pese obedi general secretary no. And then no was sempa ade channel won to me ade channel wa ha and no wa ha and no wa ha so all over the place selling to us say nyame ya adom na ye de to me ni say JFK nsa sa ya abo abia samwa ne John Buedu omo bad communication omo dem aye no it will be a thing of the past because ono John Buedu be ma ye communication no ejina brane sorry JFK tendia John Buedu jaye minim se boabia samwa wo ho no na ye communication na ha adwene nokre nenso na ye nyam panifuo bi communicators bi emomko eco defend yen on the traditional media and I can say and this one I'm saying this because that is the fact senior social media communicators senior TikTok Facebook YouTube communicators are one day one who edge say your communication one can MPP. I don't think you people have any communication to stand on as we have it now. And the question will be your communication now. JFK can say Obama ne be jina no me pacho and your communication no aye ya na enye didi atem enye ntwanto so ono anasem wo kan ye say ye hunu mobo na ye di tumi ne hye ne nsa obe revampo eye your communication apparatus no amana ye adwuma. So the question is, has JFK been able to solve our communication problem? And anytime I John Buedu or no, emu papa. TikTok for you go social media. Yeah, no, we have not been a year to. Just so you are aware. Omon Jayen Tumu as a branch of the party yet too. Omon Jayen Tumu yet. Intino. Yeah, pe. And I'm penifoni be a hunu power a was social media mu. And almost start to ebe by and chain any show. But there is no a part of the MPP constitution or whatsoever that cements the role of social media activists or social media communicators. It's not there. And that is why I said that. Now, Adia Bakwa, ya papa JFK, eba office, obeka ya ema, yenum bi, ebe more of say, let's give him a try, was membership card and finance. Okay. Some more Bakwa JFK, the board on board in the same crofobibiri here party card, omunya registration in the hop. And okay, say ye be registration. Obi abenya ne party card. Me pacho yako elections. Yako by elections. How many of those registration drives has our General Secretary JFK been able to do since 2022? I didn't see a day so till Me pacho wa winning man sana fatwa. Say MP before you did JFK be you know why membership registration drive and a why. But one of the main cardinal points of the buy and say or be my membership I then akosro na ya register my card. And now me minimum crowd for one more register almost 2 years in your monsan card. Card in so and anke ye behwe so. Nanka etumi e de generate den e generate sika e de amaye. We were not able to do it. As we speak now, the party has now put up a from first March out to the ending of March. Yeah, the year registration. And then you ask yourself, say, since 2022 till now, how many of these registrations now JFK to me spearhead it to me my membership in each brand. One more normal floating voters, I be an anado neighbor more person MP before. How were we able to usher them in? And I said, all of a sudden, you perceive a co-election, all of a sudden we can now do drives. The money aspect. Yes, John Boy do my party no ye mobile na ye niska communicators in yeska into your no bar or be your fundraising. Now, what the mechanics be a ebema yet to your dues na yet to me aye en yeska. Se ne and as our policy no obey ruling out there meaning, but and also we didn't see that from JFK in terms of membership drive. Instead, sikana ne yese ye pese party na nkese jina ne hoso no. We went back to this big men. Omo no mo kire de omo pe. Enu nti oye bone kra na huntumi nka cause usuru se wo kosa wo kogem mmoa wakokasa nanim den na wokọ ne nchense wo kogem mmoa. It is only under JFK and a party no broke out to the point said we have to have an aspirant come to say it's a party no sebio the amudibe to am electricity bill kramu into no abre muska am finche electricity bill. And unti baby sebio e ba ni sika semwa any membership card delivery ni adia ya papa kodua any John Boedu omumu hwan ene bo no homoden se John Boedu e bo no homoden chin JFK na nso yan repeat John Boedu na ye pamon no so won kotena chiri no nhwe how aye game ne dia na meaning the reason why we should buy excuses for JFK so no dia yaman into aso no meye den party eje free power o ye free power na 6 months kura mai ye see ye ntumi into ya rent enunti na ye papa kodua nsam obeka ya ye gidi ya ye dikogina aso de to abama no sebio na ne farebai ekusisen. Then defending of the party. Madam bi say onti ase ye ka say JFK enkasa na onko radio so na da ben na yehu say John Boadu ene fifi kwete na ase fifi kwete ni obi yeden sebiu banta na me say ebia ye maame no onim politics but follow politics, and the reason is fifi kwete flevi fiavi or you're very talkative. He has been on banters with everybody in the MPP. On it, I'm a friend is saying, John Boadu, shared so many times on several platforms. On it, MPP in Penny 4, shared so many times on radio, on TV. We have evidence to that effect. And until the fact say, Open say, buy excuse, them our candidates, and General Secretary, no, why the carbon anyway, me patrol your code when it comes to communication bankrupt. Why am I saying this? Since 2022, Montra Meda, you who say JFK, any MP, NDC nibi, baby, may invite you, my baby, join news, no more Casada. And I say, NDC, Penibi, our phone, so act phone in. JFK agent on the other side. Na omoye banta. Politics no ebi ntiase. Politics ebi ntiase. And me betre mu bibi. Why do you think Edun Ketia and Sir John Omotena became the populous time in our Ghanaian politics? Because Obefa phone no Edun Ketia dine no de ono ne sekwa. Lie. Ede yeden or de kasa. On the other side no so na ye hwan. Ono this year ba ko pese John onu su gina chire enti obi aso ay attentive etie radio no obetena ese Edun Ketia start no to bomb na adu ba bia na ono krache se John so esom no so akeka bia na so ye psychologically. Do you know what it does? It size the mentality of the followers, of the supporters. A psycho. Hey, Charlie, and they would say, Edun Ketia and say, John, go for me, NPPO, NDCO, MPPO. It brings a renewed kind of feeling towards your party. A renewed. Because Obia person betche da say John NLC Edun Ketia eye banter online. Now to bomb fem. Say John, e dey pa na wo pe wo John Mahama ho. Why John Mahama? John Mahama dey ya me pe wo ne ho ne say tintin hu ma tinimu. So on the yesu no ase ye nti obi an wonte ye. E wo hwa na say eyi Edun Ketia na so say sa akronfo dunsun no akronfo dunsun we no one with the omode bae one ka se na omoditim ye. We didn't see that with the current general secretary. There was no motivation. Me kai Dambotre those time no Dambotre prune minimum kakra na newspapers ni na ayema. General secretary is not for the needs. It's not just an administrative say, koya administration. No. You must be somebody who can talk and defend your party. Last me analogy be what I say. And it's still true till today. Awuphobia ni ha wo hwe ne. Obekwa bonten ko hu se wo bana na so eden no. Ye tu agu no so aye buru no. Na wo awofo no wakoka wo mo a eburu wo ba ne sa akola na so eden ti. O ma ya buru no ama ye kun ho da bi. Simple di akola ne ye ne nya. O ye den wo je wo ba. Na wo de wo ba ba fie no. A wo ba wo fie no. What sian said the akoye na bonten enye next time ye bebu wekun. This is the first time you had a general secretary that could not defend his own party. This is a general secretary who could not marshal boys to even defend his own party. Yen nani ekase yengu vigilante. Why was Esiedu Nketia and the rest able to keep their boys under the shadow? Na ye de ene de ye neglect umuni na. Why should it be so? Boys, ananke bane de den umetumi page na me bia maye no. We neglected them totally. For the first time in the history of MPP, this is a paper. When a title head, and I say when a heading is given, or when a stamp of MPP appears, or when the images of MPP appears on this paper, it is no longer an ordinary paper. It is a paper that contains the soul, the belief, the trust, everything of a political party. It has it. That is the property of the party. Under the current general secretary, we actually got somebody called A+. A+, you, to sit on a useless program called UTV. Take the property of MPP. What? What's it then? Now come here plus no you want you bet to me a whole party like MPP. After you there to team on national TV. So do you know what that thing created? A government in power. Now you so will paper mu, will property mu at team live. Sabe what the war lawyer ni into one pen to kwa. Gidi. But that is why we have a muscle of the party. Any strong, formidable, serious leader, general secretary would have made heads roll at UTV. Yankoyeshu. Party boys be a woman MPP ni wo mumu. Na nu nti omun to me entena say yen yomusano. Decided to go to UTV to confront them. Say show you more start na mo the artists ba ebeye entertainment nyom ne ade. Na say mo ba mo the A+ ni bull cow. Se bulldog so a abetena ha. And na Kufuor ni yedi na temu MPP ni yedi na temu enti sa mo pesa mo ya no politics ya yeso ya ba yeso ya representation. Mini abema. Asem we yes sanka ye secretary ni show power no. He rather went to UTV. Both with Richard and Hiagba. They went to UTV. Begged UTV say ye pamocho. Boys na ba ye ni mo. And you MPP property atitime bunenimtia. Ebinum wanya akukuduro say ye could defend your party. As someone ye general secretary in the communication officer to me quote na UTV worker from Kamuko ye muka tom say listen. I will must say be adia your boys and be ye no mo mpene so ye mo niama mo ye na na masa ade we yaba. Because amotna na de bia mo de president to na mu didi na tem ni ade a president no so adofo. The people who love the president will come. And until MPP for we are sounding a big warning. Say free neko say sadie we be ekos to see ha. Yes, we have the crime be yes, we nam so yes, we the befaso no. Ye the befaso. One kokun. When could you be at them? But one man hope be I bet it out for no say say the nya grow. Yet krom ha. Abo papa wutu ben pay tantan. Essay on TRCS John Mahama and the into call for demonstration. Mokai the Abasenteli no ye. Draw your weapon. Everybody draw your weapons. Okay. No more opposition. Omu ni power. Charlie, you're good. Yeah. Your general secretary when we fail you. Huh? Ordinate to every arena we fail. But some people claim say yemfanem building a career na enkontia baumia. It will not happen. Yeah, ma and ya friend ye be how to be a man. Now ye the Dr. Baumia presidency odi no e de akoto chacha say oh yeah man ntena ho na se be ye wini 2028 krana say party ni timi dina me de ye no na mepe into Dr. Baumia de ye man say ni sika ne resources just so we can teach JFA how to be a man and how to take decisions. It will not happen. So upon a plan na mafano enye djuma. Okay? Ebio okotena ho a asem o kan ye ne say boys na ba ye no onimu omo ba bia enti mra ne omunni. Emra ene omunni. Obi be ye MPP ade ya party phone to me nkonko sebi en correspondo. Akola bi nya to me kakra no try to correspond pepepe o wa na JFK aba. Sankrofo we no me de enimu omo. We no me de ya nsoma omo. And then Crofo ni bi enenam social media you were rejected and denied by the same Justin Kodua. He didn't even see the importance of you. I'll be honest with you. Mohamed Jana and Akadia Neba na Kadia Neba. No Kodua didn't even give regard. And no, and a Kodua be say, hey, there you South social media no, yet the Antoma bomb Toma no, and I was started being Crofo. He never believed in this social media thing as young as he are. Sorry, he was. Kodua no. Now me. I'm one of the pioneers when it comes to online for all these MPP people. They didn't regard us. They didn't care. Who are you as a TikToker? And no who send Crawphobia and Pennyphony be about TikTok all of a sudden they are ready to come to TikTok to talk. Get to Chromuha. Ye fuck I Abu Abi Bulldog. Or continue UTV. Threaten the sitting president. One Kopacho. The same man, JFK. Now, ye flag bearer the name I SSA General Secretary Obu Ejuma. Na utumiye campaign. Every time NDC was online, in the media, on the news, where is our leaders? Yatiada. Yentiu Bianca. Utiye ya unemua na what to say JFK Beba Joy News 30 minutes. Anka abedwen so oni omo koye banta obekọ no na JFK nkwane te 1-on-1 opede bi ope 1-on-1 ono nkwa onye confrontational. The general secretary position is confrontational. You must be able to confront people when they go wrong. The party gave you power so you can control. It doesn't matter the age of the person. So what can elders now when you do my say elders are many you do to me naturally I will correct you because to me in the woman something JFK couldn't do. Erudite unim diana air mobile mukra flag bearer ne dia na air mobile ye can someone enim edify your flag bearer party didn't take action. Now let me tell you something. The NTR, I decided to say this. Na so bi koka ba umia wasema ade na say Kodua na muko blame no e na Kodua na muko blame no yo ene ma menkyerem no the NTR. Erudite. Some kai nanado and some mokafa nanado. Why were we able to convince people say still Nanado is the man that has to win? Na man who win 2 elections. And someone kafa nanado na easy. No cocaine and what you say na said we come you be nufu and wa kukun be no why you say they said all those things. But guess what happened? What kind na party leadership sorry press conference. Na ya horo Nanado. Omode to no so ani accounta. Yede to na do so ani accounta. I'm telling you. Even though NDC4 were always throwing dust, because we had a team that could defend the president or that could defend the flag bearer, we were able to protect Nanado, his image, and brought him to power to win 2 elections. This is the only time we have chosen a flag bearer. Or no one party members so credit to me friend the dinner attempt to cancel mu aye nim ni na de kire no. Ye wo general secretary and no ohun ye. But so be as okwa ko defend ba wo mi apẹ e wa na afrẹ. And now you people cannot talk like this and you people there and there and there. And here bisa say daddy. Now last week obi kan de chance yantu nka o. Are you telling us that any pakun usro na? Obi koke kan ya mama ntumi antro hwe. Adu asafo anko akoka dia, adu asafo ade ye so on dia kan yi ntina odimirika akotro. Onipa na nu sebe, enu mu odudi a osro so obetro letter dia manipa kon. Hwe? Ye ko by elections. By election bi ane eboye. By election bi ane eboye. Yes, stronghold elections are 5 no. Stronghold so election 5 aya na mu ba ko pe na win ye. Kumewu. All by election are under JFK no. Kumewu pe na win ye. Kumewu. John Kuma we mo head dey go see ye. Asen of mo head dey go see ye do baby na general secretary ejina camera mu esu. Let's talk about Ablekumanov. Everything is in place. You call for rerun. A day to the election, the general secretary comes out to say it's an election, no party name call. You're making provisions so. You're quite election. He chickened out and made the woman lose. Because sa Adiana Okan, you know, Ebema Obi wa na ko be kwa Ablekumanov akwa kobo, but a general secretary say Adiana we are not going. And we are going, we are not going, we are going, we are not going. Afi ma ameni ko wie ya. Enyen ne ka say on continue. Sentokwa bi asi wo wa eyo ane dia, ono na akoso. On sign you brave. We take a decision. I'm a year lose seat. And you are saying, say, okay, say me and Kwani call you into no nipana konas a problem about a your no any. The question I would like to ask in tanka ya mami free ye or call you no winning ya. And ka MP before ni JFK because say sense ya or call ya or co winning and a young country and so on renti or qua uncle Yedman farmer MPP. Is that what he would have said? And can you do any war near him? Gracia Bacoya, a Siama DNB. Hey, and yet, Sebi. Oh, it is not 137. It is 137 plus 1. That plus 1 could have been part of you to be 138, period. Now, because of Fiero, I could do our own nienti. I could boy. But Chapetia, any crana, dear. Ekoduru baby chairman buga say e dan yes sanke e de kwama yen ayekoye adwuma no mo de ma mo girlfriends no and as our girls no ye hu hom so mo na online and I still maintain mo ko ba ya ye say be ye kodi mu ye no mu bi begina ha e na ye defend mo mo kwa akwati ya say mo ko gi victory abre yen en kra ye tifiri akwati ya ne say guess ya yede mo call yese mo nko ye adwuma no yakwachi mo akodidi mo de ayete ye no no tema buga se wenya baby anda because baby e say da no ye de ama obi because anadwu ye de ne be ye adwuma. And then you see those same people coming about online and trying to show up their weight and on one says okay and on one says oko ebra ye kan se ye kodi mu no de mo se da bi na ntesa But then you amu ye obi jina echo bedu nsa ampa ye call you kodi mo. Aye. Cora, sorry, you are a small boy. It is true. Go and ask Chairman Buga. Like there are videos there. Utie. Ye kwa kwetia. Nyame nko. Hey, yeah, edu baby kro ka ase den. Omo ka ase afenyo marking. Che say obema how do you call it? Another by-election. They threatened this life. Saki is in an saying, yes, sorry, we are the party of lawyers. Ekusi saying, half a normal can threat now. Sebi, I'm the man, and Ekusi saying, ya kwa ketia koji and Sebi, and we are see poto. And somewhere you can find a doctor home. Yante that say general secretary, Ebijina baby, a condemn. Rather, he will condemn the NPP for no menya kukudra. They want to fight the force, no. They will rather condemn because yen a party in the entesa yen party in the tie in the deco and a be a party in the near the name a gentle party. I'm wasting too much time on him. About 2 months ago, most people online, someone here can say current executives we there. As a so be ako. As a so be a free. And ne ya so almost so am be no cry the position ma am ending almost am compare bigger position. Simple. John Buedu wo no oye ni amabi. Yes, still our near argument one nchen. Enu nti ye behwe said the ma ye gina so di John Buedu edi no. Your current general secretary it to me improve here. And I went to me improve. Slide 30. Let me come to slide 30. Slide 30 is an MPP member, yes, and also he's had his time, yes. Was standing for Ningo Pram MP Amfa. You didn't try about 3 places Amfa, and finally you didn't call English your man from, and Utumi Eko Winnie Woho. Now, one thing, I mean, Slide 30 is a very good guy. I like him as a normal guy, but Ebano enimua edru and enimu nyedu sa. On you be an emu do I as a general secretary, obey to many a see dunketia, a corn boot for boot, obey to many fifty flavy, a corn boot for boot, obey to me a company for any more party anymore. Mokai, a bribia, ya papaya, or call election, Okunya 23 was a 25%. Or see a baby or this camano. Untia in town called Bona Parliament, Samokaya. I didn't you choose mama we yan careful. Samokai, Papa this or Boron or Parliament on Fenisika man, I or Belbono. And until slide 30 in terms of resource on ye ready. And only I'm telling you, he's not the patron casa or you're poor. But a Jumani position I had man or Beba or because when you can find judgment in went to me and Yejuma. Or Beba because any manager am one. The chairman am one, the one I am one into I went to me and Yejuma. We don't want those excuses, Debbie. Position be our GBR. You should know, sir, whether there is money or no money, you will be able to what? You will be able to do it. And until slide 30, again, Yadoba Parliament one time you couldn't even solidify to win your people to go for a second term. So I wonder how you'll be able to put this party, baby Ayedri, into a better shape. But he's a good communicator, he's a party member, he's a youth, he's nice to be around and whatsoever. But he's not ready yet to be the general secretary of this. Now, this was the name in the general secretaryship, Eugene Boachienchi. then an no. Bawumia is the candidate. You free deputy minister. You criticize Bawumia decision. You actually said Bawumia doesn't even deserve to lead this party. Yes. So now Bawumia is the leader of the party. What is Eugene Boakye going to say now? Is he now going to say, oh, Bawumia was not good. Bawumia was tan, but I feel my general secretary to Bawumia. And that's supposed to convince people. Just on no cry dear on kahon cry. Eugene Boakye on kahon cra. On no quite gaslighted enko. On kahon. You cannot go against your party for what? 6 years. Yes, 6 years. You go against your party's decision. Every decision MPP made according to Amila Boakye was wrong. But it's not TV3. No, I can't cut a for no so. NDC for no ni trouble nanado ni trouble Bawumia ni trouble MPP ni tete nam. No hobby. And what's the party now? Wabuama ya tete no. Sebiu yemma okwan na bra bede. Obi said Dr. China. O yemma treasurer mewa. Treasurer ne ye. Only JFK akonsa, only JFK ntokwa sa because according to you know, sika say JFK deba treasurer across you we the enka party sika. Anyways, I'm not supposed to say this out. Yeah, but just scratch that. All right. Yeah, mon say sika bi anko no. Mr. Munye on him free. But underneath, no, that is the thing. Now, and then Dr. China say, young man, the general secretary. Dr. China. Oh, there be. Emfa. Eugene Boakye is a non-starter at all. The next person, who is my choice? Who is my choice? And I'm giving you the reasons. I will talk about his negatives first. And then I will talk about his positives. The negative of Honorable Dr. Henry Kwabena Kukufu Esquire. Negative e one ho a make kwesi mehuno na nechita for no so anamuntia. You guys can also check this and maybe advise him on it. And then they say, Esan say our battle cry on yen pefe muntino and crowphobic gene say or susukru ebi when it tidimwa or dibe take revenge. The entire men sadi and men buy into and then they say number one. Me who executive be our currently. Obeka say one kukufu ewo problem and now one kukufu nya problem. Me who be that? The problem I have with Kukufu, which is not even a problem, was the Bantama or Chema Boaje Asenso Boache saga. Say unim negative be so and patch of Fabra. I will mention it here. They are me negative am I in here. Bantama a place here. Me krana minim. I think that Asenso Boache Nkwane MP awetumi 2 terms. Ewo Bantama. I didn't even know that history well. But MPB Abantamado baby from Sicilia that part 1 na oba the next you know beko. And that has been the issue with Bantama. Ebra Chairman Kukufu Ebeye MP no 2013 to 2017 not opesa otwaso. And at that time no so Ochama Boaji so free America ba sika she no ho or you correct. And also there be on also beko enti ompene Emma Kukufu enko twice. And unti you to Kukufu adeso as MP. And now okotena fie. No okotena fie no no buso a oye den oye party aduma all the same. Na ewo mu an Ochama Boaji nyame fa ne kransie. On also the time so ye. Na Asenso Boache say obe contest no. Ochama Boaji said there be my ma Asenso Boache en contest no. na omoma ne nko ne second term enwie. Ana bantama for ne said there be ocham ye ntumi mpene saa because wa na wo ka kire ensem ye ntumi makokofu ento aso. Inti se wa makokofu anko de ade na wo de ye ma nko twice. Ena ma chairman kokofu ede ne tumi anaso ode na ho oden. Ekotai asenso boachi echi during the primaries. And asenso boachi ebe winning as MP for Bantama. Enunti the fact say okoka asenso boachi ho na one fan che ochema boaje na otumima ochema boaje eba beje asenso boachi ebe je seat ni free ochema boaje nsem no. Is something that some people feel say aden and I'm say ya man anko 2 nti and on also making sure say ochem enko so 2 ana, but that is that negative I can see no. And then one more thing, Chairman Kukufu, we know him politically, but we don't know his human side. Chairman, if you are listening to me, for me, you are my choice. But if you are listening to me, we want to know the human side of you. Said the beya enkoye se nkrofo bokis to so. Me kwesi apia me ba yi. Enye nansen e Lumba wu ye kra na menim se o ka Lumba Brothers ho. And Lumba Brothers is one of the formidable forces that has been formed in Ghana and abroad. And nunti se metis obi ebu enim tia e kase tia se na Lumba Brothers na den ya na ye me ya pa. Ebio, we want to know your human side. Okra we den waware. Uyo obi a owo yere. Une yere. Waware pen. Owo ma, uni ma. Ede na wudi ya wo de. Kukufu ede pa na wotu apart from say him say Kukufu a gentleman, Kukufu a strong communicator, Kukufu wa abemu, Kukufu a chairman, eno ye ni me no, eno ye politics. Wankasa Kukufu no we ye hwan. Moving forward, if you want to gain the vote of people to become the General Secretary, everywhere you stand, Honorable Henry Dr. Kukufu, make sure you show the real you to the people, to Momuhum. Kukufu no kura what to say. Kukufu no nintemne nkrofon et to say. At least me de minimum say oh ma. Ninshiran Kenya me say wo mani ni na so the ye so far. Ebinom wumi enu pe yentumi anhwe ye ma. Ebinom wumi ensa. Ebi wo ba ko yentumi anhwe ne ba. Nansu kuta ma correct ma mako 11. For you who don't know, he's a big family member. And all the 11 ni na so no obia edi ye wetumia control bibia kama. Ema yente se chairman Kukufu baby gina bonten di boni bi ye boni bi eno nkyere se sabi onwo ba boni bi a ba de owo enye den a sabi boni ba ku bi ebe frem nanso ye hu sa eno nti Dr. Kukufu, if you want the vote there, let people know who you are, the real Kukufu, and I believe say it will help. Now why did I choose Kukufu? Okay. Ejuma bay na Kukufu ebeye. Kukufu ba beye party ejuma. Anunti so you be a ote party ase. MPP Germany. One way say MPP Germany. Kukufu is part of the founders of MPP Germany. Ebane diaspora na. Anunti unim the traditions of this party MPP. Ebio Kukufu edidi mpenifo bebre na yase from President Kufuor no time ni na Kukufu ehye ho a oye adwuma secretary ni ade a na oye adwuma yebeka ya ye papa President Kufuor eye Buckingham Palace 2007 I believe delegation na ye no Kukufu nkwane the lower ranked officer our party mo President Kufuor de ne kan ho e de ne call Buckingham Palace maniku share the Queen as at that time na eye hoso and this so idea Nana Akufo-Addo 2007 the campaign ye be start awono amana bayeden abededwa inti one a start Akufo-Addo agenda time wana Hawa Yakubu enya ne baby ko e wo UK a omoko sra sa abusua no ho ena say ye de Akufo-Addo e bankasa no start here na Kokofuo hobi, so he has that history. Now to who much is given, much is tested. Metie makadi entia ensese mode Emma Kodua because say enia me bia ye de share ne nsa no waye anase wentumi anye. Se me fa Chairman Kokofuo ono also ye de party adwuma ahye ne nsa. Or started from polling station. Nedjuma so eninti utumi benya constituency position. Nedjuma so eninti osan benya den regional position. Beye MP. Esan beye state agency head. And I would like to take it small. 1. A general secretary has to be somebody or your confrontational utumi kasa. Obia onimu kasa utumi kasa man ton crofo trim esesan crofo adwene. Something Dr. Henry Kokofu has done for 25 years for NPP. Utie. For 25 years, we communicate Ediama MPP. Men say that so say MPP ni bi akodina baby aka say o Chairman Kokofu ko kasa no kan wura na e make sense there be. As a matter of fact, Chairman Kokofu is one of our strongest communicators in NPP. People like NPP because of Chairman Kokofu coming on radio to speak. A general secretary must have a good rapport with the media. So you be only media na ye den e won kutahudie na ofre media na omobeba na nanim oduro nanim wonyam. And Chairman Kokofu possesses that cause. For 25 years communicating for the party, he has seen all the errors. Error omobe communicating in our west tinemo ehun bebre enim bebre kwan omofa so ye den e communicating like enim sabi edura ye de so NDC for sabi ebetumi aye den aka won. He is not shy to show say I disagree with this. Mokai say eberebi Honorable Kennedy Japan sanka okokasa de tiano oba kokroko no be respond fast se mokaya enche bia okeka bi kire na pa inti onyo bia obe fere say bia obi sika ode be ma minti no ye bone kra menka there be. And a general secretary must be able to shake the foundations of the party when things are going wrong. And as cool and collective as he is, he has shown discipline by showing, say, for these several years, our politics, ye nya Kokofu asembone enka, say, or ye indiscipline, and as wakoye boni bi ewo baby, no, a say anything, so who will be an awatro. Now, administratively, the committees bebre ena yatia yede Kokofu esi ano na committee ni na so yede na esi ano ni na no Kokofu has been able to deliver. Yebeye no Bantama chairman. That is where my thing is. Obeye party adwuma. As a stance ye hi obi a obetumi ama ye parliamentary then fortunes any your vote akosoro. Until let's start at the grassroots. Ebra Chairman Kokofu be chairman of Bantama no. Na ye fre Bantama, Florida. Chairman Kokofu. Ebra obeye chairman of Bantama no. Na ye fre Bantama, Florida. Adentia. Yes, say Ghana for election, MPP for election. The Obia air train and say Bantama vote beba and I'm a boy. Adentia na ye train Bantama vote. Because or the more vote then eba. Into for 2 times here, and now 2 times I know you're chairman of Bantamano. Election be a call, you be an Bantama delivered 8 votes. Florida by and MPP is going to the Flagstaff House. As the chairman of Florida, as the chairman of Bantama, Kokofu was able to deliver the votes that the party needs in order to get into government. He did it. Now, Esan said what started free polling station and Crawford bebre na or that sonny or more than in Kutahon into a formidable person to reckon with. Ebana him for some Kokofu yobi o free fee. Se ebana se onko ahemfu bi ho. Enko sere wo munsemu ade wo mani onyam entai MPP achi enko di dwuma bi a obetumi anya sa ahemfu no ekodi nachi. Or asofo a them years our dey atena politics no mu no omne na build the rapport sa sem bi bana se ehia asofo penny bi bana koka Kokofu betumi reach out akosa asofo yi ho. Traditional leaders, academia, 1 year ako school, enim se Kokofu yobi a oye learned, oye elite, enti okama yen. 1 year polling station agent. Ebe yen kranche sa mo say, hey, na Kokofu started polling station o. And next baby a wedu. 1 year na ye secretaries. E debate on home for say, hey, Charlie, Asante region Hanum say, or the secretary side and never be a welcome no. Enti all the backing of these subgroups are that only on my year Juma and ne or that's only be year Juma. Obi the dance ye be Mr. Felix. Asante region executives here and there Bibriaba national nini na Kokofu netete o na me join so boa. Until so started say all kind events be any pictures be an all day me. Maybe Kokofu, he wanted to run away from it, but I was able to press him and I said, Ampa. Sabe, a general secretary or who Caribbean law school ako, KNUS law school ako, Kokofu. And the piano man sheho. And countless lawyers are a what MPP muna, woman in a Kokofu, and a boy, a maniko disa. And Untino say a banner say young court. Will be able to rally troops. Kokofu can rally the troops because he has played with all the troops before. Ebio, I would like to put it on record, say, apart from Chairman Kokofu, no what Bantama as chairman, no. Chairman be I didn't have you vote a yana Bantama swati. You can check it, you can check the record. Chairman Kokofu. Ebra no ye chairman no. Ejuma ye de say nsa as a constituency and as a Bantama chairman no. O deliver a vote no. Ye change now for by and your vote swati abesin ne. Your vote keeps trickling down since he left that office. Okoye MP. Vote to a Kokofu de call parliament no. E so change dia Ochama Boaje de call parliament. E so change dia senso Boache de call parliament 2 times. I don't think say nipa we oye nipa boni obenya that type of way no approval no. I don't think so. Okotene efi the whole of 2020 from 2017 now to 2024. You may be anywhere party demand. And so ye and the state agency head ewo EPA no. Yankasa Yehu Public Accounts Committee, their NDC for na be kandefa Kokofu say ampa Kokofu ba ye no wa meyenyi mu Kokofu ba ye no or the discipline ebaye Kokofu ba ye no agency asebio na yentumi enhu boto ne de crash mu no etumi be pagya no ho Kokofu ebere ekwepe Environmental Protection Agency both internationally and locally to the point say ya mame Hajia Samira ni initiative a ye de ahye nensa climate change ya oye Kokofu edi mu akotene ebo ye mame na chidom in some of the travels ya oye a company ana edeka a company ana entumi ntua no hoka For 3 years now, Kukufu ba ho no tumi be ye adwuma. Emma campaign nankasa started say etua ono ankasa no hoka. Bosia $3 million a Kukufu di anim ma omokoje ye no. Ebra Kukufu efri aben mu 2024 na 3 million ye tua ni na awie. Uti na ye tua bibia awie. Enu nti adwuma bia ye di se Kukufu nsa in each of the rankings amakani ni na no. Kukufu was able to deliver. Now let's talk about parliament because that's what we need. A general secretary must know how to control and work with parliament. Something our current general secretary was not able to do, working with the parliament. And until as a parliament, finance minister, there was no coordination. Kukufu has been an MP. As we speak, he still have colleagues parliament here, parliamentarians. He still communicates with them. And therefore, he will be able to liaison between the party and their parliamentary candidates. He will be able to rally the troops. One more, near maybe intino mubufu and oma bemubu, esanso munim Kukufu da denti, na Kukufu enimu duntino. Kukufu between oma kokasa. Am woman in aye to me aye juma. Adia ba kwa Kukufu kanya or started say okwe or kanya aye me de. And then they say this time around, sa afesu na yentumi entwa ewo ye party hono ye flag bearer hono is going to be a thing of the past. This time ye be soja e de aboy ye flag bearer ne running mate ne ye mpanifo ho ban. That is what Kukufu said. Because entro bebre and ye kato Dr. Bawumia so a general secretary entumi amekasa. Samobe kaya and about me titantain, and on Baumia no one a castle on Kodintum, Adian and Kan ye, and about me Quajatum, Baumia Quajatum, Baumia Quajatum, no be I ding. Hey, Baumia so. Ye did Baumia temu ye. Yes, so pa Baumia ye yet it's in ye, ya fed ye general secretary yaba. And the anum. No crane me any say. Sad decision now, Dr. Bawumia. Eko kan ya ye de ija election no enyo no nkwa ne kan ye na emom na party ni na ne kan ya adwene bom ne yese onko jintu. How? Mr. General Secretary, come again. How? Your candidate has been vilified, destroyed. You couldn't mount any defense for your candidate. Shedi ayede hajia Samira ni okunu femu. Edu baby ni ye flag bearer no autistic say or ye autistic. Ye keka ni na egu ye so. Ye hu general secretary. Ama na me defend ye flag bearer. And no be ma kwan beda no homa obia sorry ana obia kan bibia e de kire ye flag bearer. Lawyer Kukufu said there be sadia no will be a thing of the past. This time ye be creating a firewall around Bawumia because he's our only priority now. Kwanya Ebefa so be the president is all we all care about right now. That is all we care about. And so as I say ye uja feb sio uja afesu ye ja ye di tra flag bearer na yere hushia na NDC fompo ana obi yeso wo ba attack o say there be o say there Samira ne say Bawumia no kokom asem dey achalombe be so mu because say no they are defending them. That is what he has promised to do. Ebio Chairman Kukufu de text message bi ye tete mpanifo ni bi ka say omuyi na say general secretary there and he will return back and work for the party. So obesha yekoyi Bawumia no mpanifo bi anaye expect say nkomo beba back to the front yard no almost start yi omanima this time omo ankasa kra na ekosra Bawumia. Their Kukufu can say obi biara owo pepa edema ye flag bearer no Kukufu supporto se wani swade ehunu enene se Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebe president there. Kukufu is for you. He is willing to support you anyhow. Now, asem so all can say wo share or some more bedding including on our some more. Ye anymore ye beje a position. The chairman Kukufu say. So when in pefe to mean defend Bawumia, to mean town nasem, to mean ma Bawumia when ya fe. So to mean defend Bawumia, the enemy meji position no cry. And that also resonates. Also, ya the mrane ba juma. And Tawantawa Aircosono, what can we do? Also, you know the approach is a professional mediators. You be hire professional mediators. Na obi ambe take sides. Ebi a we di onim we kakra nti obe catch ya no. Ba professional no onim mumi enu. Nti otie obi asem. Na we gina de amoka ye no so e de ebu se obi bem ana se ama obi ebufo. This is something ebeboa. Because na when I'm penny for and kwakasa, hu de ekosi na onipa no eda so ebo sebe bad way. Okay? Now, say share again your current general secretary or say ye na ye wini na yan kwa ye ntumi wini election intino yan coded that form na say bi o yan krofo a wo mo ate o political party dada o edo kra me sa party no kra na me say wo tuwe ye hia wo radio so akasa ye nte wonka asamo aba a ye hia radio station no na osom asamo aba no na osom wo menhia anya agrokra pick kedinka na sami je mfini ko etenim so akotuna onua TV twatro eriko pokunuma yo mutire hu hyen twatro de go MPP so our general secretary is nowhere to be found. Now so when they are a person you could be a there. Catch your general secretary on I said Asempa FM. Catch your general secretary on Atenka. Catch your general secretary on Wuntumi. Catch your general secretary here. Catch your and the community center in our class. So make us a whole paper. And then there, Sebio, your general secretary himself online, yeah. Ni we have video catch them Felix appear about the people online. Was it yet relevant? I said, what do I even have to say this? No. Back. Making on the side. But and then when who say social media is very important. Internet the schedule and say ombra no me kasa o TikTok or beba. Yes, schedule and say ombe kasa ewo a year or beba. Yes, started TikTok ni social media way. What obi kura koso just trend and say, oh, boys na wo hono. Sebi any girls na wo no mo pe kwan bi na nka mo kan mo mbom no mo ye yi. Oh, we no there. Those times na hunya kan no e den na kan say o ma ye almost say performance tracker will say na for ye no adwuma na do aye no is online. Nti obi abenya completely being naive to the job social media can do. But I thank God today he sees the power of social media. And until a friend now, for that I thank God. But Kukufu, there is no page after Kukufu se Kukufu mra mekasa Kukufu beka se no that opportunity. On show numbers here, we ni pay show. Kukufu is willing to build from the ground up because that is who he is. And yeah, you penny for na debi omo pesa ade ne beans and all the nidin akotare ho. The omo pen no. Omo twenya obi a building a brand there do baby na ni omo de omo akotare ho. So omo ankasa be fa bi ne ya build from collaborate mu de oni bi. Our communication is in shambles. And Kukufu with his PNN, that is the Patriotic News Network. Ebeboa. One more thing or can hear me the sense I'm a diaspora. The fact say a bit more yen ha share any chicha proxy voting. Now and net the year got to our body executives, the affair the proxy in Eduma. One we are say. Ye got to flag bearer and proxy penny, proxy yeberium, and net the year got to Muswa Bentino, and net the proxy nemra. Proxy emra namanaba. Because of say na yenye firm nti ye ma nipa ba akope e ma ye twa proxy mu e di free abato mu something a constitution mandate to kokofu say proxy ni ade a obema na ye adwuma na ade ba akwa ono suggest say anka external branches ni na no ye treat no as region because most of the external branches in the executives will be up to 19. Uko Otia region. How many executives do they have? It's equally like the same as they have in UK or Canada. So we treat every branch as a region and every chapter as a constituency. I like that. I like that. You treat every chapter as a constituency. It will help the bureaucracy. It will help people to be part of decision making. I've already told you, sir, when it comes to the first vice, the second vice, and stuff, this time around, I'm praying, say, you better have Obia or your diasporian. My choice is Obaya from Pong, US for a cheerleader or was we. This time around, you wear bruchino. As I say, you nya Obia or tea table now, you take a decision, or Tisubi. Now, on also the inputs, every bruchri at the accounts. And so we need that. Dr. Henry Kwabena Kokofu, me strongly believe, say on show be bottom. Now on ye easily pushed around, no. Now the nimu nyam in terms of security, wako school or security who intelligence. And that's what I mean. Can we last me kaina obinte? It's not. Can I say that? I don't know if that is allowed. I've said it somewhere, but no, I don't think so. I should. Okay, Chairman Kokofu. Ebre ba say you running mate. Enipa miensa ye bo mudin as running mate no. The other paper so official one no nye the anan for the man keka. Na Kokofu din eka ho bi. Eno hunti when they settled on Napo as our running mate, the campaign thought it twice. Says, "Sadia, you bema one running mate, no, anante as the right hand man." Into what who follow Napo campaign or in 2024, no, who say Honorable Kokofu was with Napo. No, ye, ono kasa na Napo akasa, ono kasa na Napo akasa. Nenti obi aye to me a shortlist no. Muntie ni you. Sanka obi to me aye potential vice president, potential running mate. Eye den and ya beka churu bi se nipa no ensem fata na ontumi nye n'adwuma. Me say omo pe no mra me challenge wa na no so no we yemfa paper na meto a engu omo animo ase since this what they want to do. Me this is so yeah me the evidence ne beba na obi ehu se me na apeso ogu manimo ase me di nkan gu animo ase. But the short list enipa miensa Napo Educhum Kokofu, these were the three people. Napo Educhum Kokofu, it was the three of them. And until when doctor finally decided to go with Napo, no, ye Kokofu say or no, and Napo and Nanti together as the right hand man. And until Ampa, ye Kokofu Ejuma or ye in 2023, kopim say baby. Even on the voting, the last miniature video, the name is Seresa, Mzena, Saturn and Crofon Pian Kotua, but no cofa gamma phone near your Mocasemi. Now on nam na ye de will Jomus and Crofon Kotua, but I'm say, tell my go fupa. Now, away what's now after your last hour now, in an office and Crofon about 2 about, I want 2 about, forget it. You know, so he worked for the party. Ebano and moi, on pesa why no say Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. But Kokofu, even internationally, sika wetumi aje ede abre Ghana ban and the NDC for buy kroma be $360 million. Ye di CC Ghana no nkoda nchen. Oko bantama ende. Offer executives tenor. Emu 6 Kokofu support to either by finance or any other means. Amomu benya omo position na omo wono. Omo ye executive banta baby e de man no. Offer your communicators ya be so obi no so omo kosra no time no ye agency head na nanimote. Every month be a necessary oma over 1 million cedis. Edema lands commission normally ye adwuma ministry no normally ye adwuma. And now me ti hey maintain say yes ye describe si Kokofu so ama say scan yerae ana obi di ye. Enkrofo call party mu ekoye party adwuma because of sika. Kokofu didn't go into politics because of sika, cause or self-made. Ansa na oba be di politics ye chi no wa born e bra kakra. We see ni bi kakra. Wa ye na adwuma ye na lawyer. Dada. Na obwa. Mokaya ye started say ye train chairman wuntumi de na eko. Ukona case no ma ye ni say o ma ye ni say. It took Kokofu's face. Da Kokofu e ka omo ho e de omo call court. And Omoka say, oh, about 6 of the charges. I know mudi ye ni na no. They are genet to us because squad the abet na hono. And munyam wum. Squad the abet na hono and munyam wum. Udi chairman wuntumi echi. Ede ne call court. Ede ne new nyam ni nim de ko tie team nechi. Amende nyame eya adomo a enche. Dede de omode ato chairman wuntumi su ni na no. Ebeye a thing of the past. He is ready to work. Mene wo can say aspirant ebe ni na ono and a social media wet me take the lead or ono ane website. Eni ama o person oye ni na go website o henrykokofu.com okwa na so bo Henry Kokofu a Dr. Henry Kokofu na website link beba obetumi a click so telling you say yes when you knew nanso wonim say na de ekọ no obehia mixture na wo de aye adwuma no enu nti so osua de a eneba eye ni bi de enamba ne ye no enso odi ne hu chem. And any leader who is willing to be taught end up becoming a great leader. Leader bia obre no ho ase ma ye kire na de no obenya more knowledge e de kan de wo no ho e de ye adwuma. And that is what Kokofu brings. Now that I have said that, from this day going, when you see me campaigning for Kokofu, it is because I have chosen Kokofu. If you see me campaign for John Boedu or Boachie Jakwan or Chema to me, it's because these are my top 3. And I told you I tilt towards John Boedu, hoping said this time on be Kokuti, obey to me Juma. That is me. Menka say Woody Mechinti and I will follow Minti, also could choose John Boedu Debbie. Uchidi said Boachie Jakwan Chema to me, a Chema to me. You push that agenda. You let them know why it should be Chema to me. You let them know why it should be Boachie Jakwan. Don't forget that. Me Felix na me no me come as a mo, but also na say also choose wo there. Now come wo there no ho dance here chirubi. Organizer. This one I'm going to disappoint a lot of people. We said you are giving me a second thought on the secretary. In other secretary na ka wana ka de mano. Bunu East, who are you bringing for general secretary? I'm still coming. Okay. Organizer. Said I'm an organizer, and most of you will beat me after today. But it is my research, it is my thinking, it is my belief. You don't necessarily have to support my choice. For the organizer, we had my good friend Moses Abo. What are the positives of Moses Abo? Well, Moses Abo has been very formidable in MPP Greater Accra. Say do baby cry, no Greater Accra organizer, I believe so. Unfortunately, the time no ye seats near there you war no echo form, please, but that is not the EKK. But why a very formidable force in Greater Accra and also the party at large. One thing I'm a pay about Moses Abo that has made me like him is the fact say or you relatable, or you very relatable. As organizer there, say we you be a we relatable. Or between no edins our so nicely and comfortably. Say asamoba you between aka says papa we the offering now or beba. Sad DNA very 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 good of a leader. Say your people will see you say oh you're reliable. Say offre Moses unkwadia Moses beba. And I believe say the constituency so one or so no were to me aboa a couple of people. My communicator, you know, adia bakwa or yeah a chair madrine. Nanka may tell to towards or no is the fact say despite say other and penny for at the spicy social media for no na oka no ho ben all the time. Mekai say a chi minua fancy comedy. In fact, it didn't betna ha ye did. Even crass and any sikapo and or the the fact say uja nedjuma ho uja ne niama all ye hotumi kodi ye nuanom na chi near the omo police station we near the omo ha it me kra ko kumase eco defend some of the bloggers were no made me like Abo. And you know, I mean, he's all right. If he wins, fine. I hope you'll be able to do the work. The negative on Abo say Abo enye prepared. Tini Moses onye prepared financially, resourcefully. The reason nini. Baby aye do no ye hiam penifo a ohun. Omo mema ye excuse say party ama iska party ama say enti entumi aye den ya anye adwuma. Ena na me ni chairman, ena na me ni constituency executive enti mentumi anye den, mentumi anye adwuma. We are not looking for such people. Yebisa no about we so your no ane AEB. The amount of mechanic seminal. Mo say no Greater Accra executive. And I decide say obijai. Now I pre MP. Anko Yamano. And a Greater Accra, a science of cry, a lose more votes at the car home. Ibisa say a DNT and I said Juma Kane and I descend in Sano. A torchma. Ne emu ayo de ma no was finance or say oma maniska or de pay Juma. Baby aye do no ye will be a party ama uska kra obi to me a creative because a leader must be somebody who can work outside the box to bring results. Say yeah the way you need be china say and penny be as sika wo munsem and a ember support campaign, then you are automatically setting yourself up to be controlled because onipakona o kono ho akwakoje sa emwa no onipakona o kono ho akwakoje sa emwa no sebio untumi control no if I just what I say because waboa and or the way be si baby a usi no and unti ntumi mfa obi obeka say ya maniska into ntumi I execute in the office say yeah they to me be to say who organizer brainer obi to me aye. However, I like him as a person. My choice, however, for organizer Honorable Titus Glover. abodo bidi kedeba skin kedeba abodo bidi ono na me check the negatives in the saying Titus Glover negative. Okay, meaning how true this is, but Matisse say yes in the home fan, which is I don't know how true that is, but omo pena semono. And as omo trust will be to my Matisse be say oyare inti own to me nyejuma. Well, me who the medical records are a chere say oyare inti own to me nyejuma. And inti I can't comment on that, but I can say the positives he has done. Baby, a partner do no you hear organizer or a she. You hear organizer ne like oedru ne mu edu okasa ebekodwam. You share Samia Uku ne organizer obidi ya. Very, very vocal, very boys abre slogan, like he was in tune with the boys. Why did I choose Titus Glover? This is not the first time at Titus Glover a corporate organizer. The last time at Titus Glover corporate organizer no bra onena na B koye na na B beaten by 45 votes from the Ashanti region. Out of all the regions are near one. Titus Glover ABT na B. Ashanti region and na B ABT Titus Glover with 45 votes. And unti oyubia omo beto abani nim na nim dada cause wa call na yase ne omo akokasa. What you say? Until you no we nya chance ama meye the organizer say genti ada dadie okaso a ebeso say na ba say on sign emma ne caucus number I believe say obetumi aye. Titus Glover ne negative mamenka sa negative we I say me pese me hunu say or you committed to the online fight. Say yene a yewo online eye communication no obefa ye adwuma ni serious na wabu yen obefa ye adwuma serious na wabu yen me share dey hu na ho keka too much ewo online there be me share dey hu na ho keka too much ewo online until one of the negatives could be that. But yamfa na adwuma waye. Titus Glover has been a party leader before, as in party position where dibida obone adwuma ye from 2016 na my youth me by power. Titus Glover has also been somebody I think he's even been an MP before. I think I stand to be corrected. Until he can liaison for the parliamentarians as well, or was our parliamentary touch no so anymore. Our constituency touch, because why your constituency executive da. Intino constituency for so anymore. Why your agency head da. Inti onimha wa party ene government etumi edili boom. Ye kan nipa ofa omo valko MPP for ofa omo valko sebio yan crop for almost a na ba ya omuko yi MPP for ni na di free ho. So he knows how to liaison between the party and also the AU. On show be enum ono awon resources. Position na obepe no wakọ ho trek and as wakọ ho toda any crofo akasa abasa position no. And I believe say the second time we are all you know. So kokanin semi ya ombetumi afa na yeden edina but then he's a very good communicator. That's one thing that helped Samia Uku when he was the organizer. Na unimkasa. Titus Glover is an excellent communicator that has been communicating for this party for a long time. And unti as organizer no betumi abeboa ye communication front no ama eno so ayeden epeja akonenim. Ye the adwuma hye ne nsapan waye eno nti I believe say onya so opportunity na obetumi aye bio ebio mente say Oni obi was serious and tawantawa bi our party no so wuti bi abeka kire me. But menti bibi sa so on party be bin tokwa gidi bi na me trainer or say party there be menti bibi sa so what be I said the amaka no obi to me the abreme. Women organizer Honorable Mavis Sawakumsin. Mimi nya akran kan kan phone ni na nsan. No anko because there's no challenger. There's no challenger. Oh, okay, Ubi Sokra said he will represent the Ga Adangbe block. Plus he's now Greater Accra proper. Okay. So or your Greater Accra minister so that into a D minister so that flower pot. Some kaya the favorite flower pot incidents. And an any sweatshirt. Okas obey. So Okas my fan to and you can say the tour. So having an organizer like that is good. Women organizer, maybe Sawa Kumsin, no size. Originally the other were saying and they so to me bon come why. I feel so. And youth organizer. Okay. With youth organizer, and Matisse Lloyd Echo. Person who Lloyd na your call Ablikuma say your call to Abano Kais Abranti tintin be a bobo no bro na bubu ni name no. Ono na no ye na be deputy. Ono na no ye na be deputy. And there or say Oba for youth organizer. Ono they who say organizer na no shimano. Nti ono ankasa te ne ho de aba form back say Oba youth organizer. I like him. But can he perform? I don't know. A ban resource there or resource Lloyd Oscar. Don't think so, Niska. Or you're one of the rich young guys in MPP. Oscar. It will be to me. And I want you youth organizer and I want you neighbor. Minimum Lloyd, minimum Banga. Why be neighbor for youth organizer? Atik. Samuel Ukubo, you know. Atik, so you're a very, very good guy. And I want you. Me pacho there be Bamba call for vice chair. Okay, so nothing. Me pacho when be na wo youth organizer ho. And a me ankasa minua. Okay. Adento kumi. Adento kumi. Okay, he should come and show his face. There's nothing wrong with that. Adento kumi should come and show his face. At least it's better to put your face out than you. Nti Adento kumi so nya bad. However, minua Abanga menim the outpers away. Abanga say why the Abanka ba be yensa by force say be support. Abanga Krobia Santino umudi he tuntumuna na se me boss tiano. Bunu is Krobia no mudi he. Krobia pipipi tuntum. Ono no person court for the youth organizer. And I want Pacho mamenye ono. Bunu is can you type for me the Krobia Santia o can Krobia Santia or that social media for ano and I say Krobia Santi tuntumuna you obedi MCMC no. Hello Norenda. Araba Bonnie, I don't know what this means. Is which of them? Oh, the social media. Krobia Sante. Tiano, aspiring. Oh, not the MC. Krobia Sante go for youth organizer. Okay, anyway. Is that? Hey, assembly. Hey. Oh, Abanga. Every year, bia me person. Unimibi. Sesane tia dia. Youth organizer no. Assistance. Me and we free for now. Me need choice. Me train. Na mene Krobia Kasa. Mene Krobia Kasa we are. Me ankasa me underground research kakra about Krobia Sante. and then from there I will decide. And until for now, no, I will not comment on the youth organizer. About the first vice chair, me na me doing some be the first no, my favorite to be chairman own to me, and then it goes down. Chairman Buga definitely have to be part of the vice chair. So, and I'm a day ABC. I found a treasurer. I never wanted there. I believe they can come later. But in terms of meme selection, no, these are the people I think say yeah more opportunity ebeboa. The patrol so be wahana or wadwinchiri this is the perfect time for you to request. Na mema unkasa kakra na me ende. Say ubia so you okay dia then the me ende and the program no ewa ha. Accounts Unite for frame. Accounts Unite Mr. Montjoin. Yes. Mr. Mo said the Amakano. And there hana me pese me di program this. Obi will be bika. Obi any bika there and they going 1, going 2, going 3, going 4, going 5. All right. And I am far any call bia and I believe said the Amakan also be quite say. Obi said no interest in communication. Communication and other ones we will do it later because so far no men share they who mobile for communication in na men share them in who so I cannot give a judgment. I know say Gordon wants to go. I don't know how sure he is yet, but Gordon is a very formidable character. I think say we can have, but I haven't made a decision on that yet until I see mobile for communication. Mesremo Monsha na man ko Dennis Miracle. Any abronye and for party communication. We need them for the main event. You hear Dennis Miracle. Besides Dr. Baumia. Mesremo. Abronye you hear no neutral. Yemfa party nembia nkwose no corner party be titi and so na mrane se there be munya omo. Tanku mo free range. Leave Dennis Miracle Abuaji alone, baby. Or shena on our government communicator on shewa mayen. Nombe jumana mayen. Abronye baby I was a strategic. A juma obone strategic. Kunya ku piano the nebe party rules as a pepe assessa. Seremo Timo mayen careful when it comes to that. And I'm a day and the programming ABC. Obisa agree with that. Oh yeah, Mr. This time around, yeah, Makwanyo. Yeah, my Dr. Baumian Crow for a grumua. Omobey, Juma Mom and Chom found come up at a part and go teach almost so munya Juma. There be this time around, Emfa. Intino, and maybe Siname Aduma Wednesday. Your best in Asia. Na Asia, the economy, the Becca be doing me making my mind on the youth organizer and the rest of them no. But communication there are certain people and we need them around the flag bearer. Don't go and push it, don't go and force it crime and then go say Mr. Remo na into me in winning election a die anymore airby. Media Mijidi you share their NDC for airborne and the omoye na NDC for an idea midi jamon say Moka train anado say Wanyashriam Farmer Creative Arts for. And there it is on record say the biggest event center in Africa can be found in Ghana. Nanado Sidu 70%. Only abafu we buy almost 1 month to us almost Omakofa company for fro. Eba be a new event center. Nyayeja MPP Nanado DNA cover over 20,000 seats no. Wednesday, me the home fella more bebrel. Na mon country Emmanuel Abbey, send them in a picture betre. nti so ose na on dey Emmanuel Aba mimi ni Emmanuel Aba okọ was Randy Abe okọ wi ade ye pam no ma ne kọ Ganata dodowa minimum no enu nti no se ose wasi ne bo a omra na yempensen nsem no mu me wo mo opuba me de behia no opuba me de behia no aha na me de na me program ne besi me wo se original lady frefre me nti ma me na me ni nkodi nkomo ai nkonko bo adwaman kakra yeda mu ni na ase onyame nhira mo onti na nim nkyira mo na onye mo kese nyame ya adoma e behia Wednesday bye bye.